Hey everybody, just a little bit of a disclaimer before we jump into episode 5. There are 3 notes I wanted to make. One where I kind of showcase a house rule of mine, and the other 2 which are GM rulings that in the moment I made, and then upon review after the session ended, the players and I talked about it, and they weren't really the best GM ruling, or maybe they were just wrong. So if you're here learning how to play the game, I recommend sticking around to the very end. After the episode's over, I'm going to go into specific details about either rules that I got wrong or the specific call or thing that I did that wasn't rules as written. I just want to make sure that I'm really upfront, because I know there's a lot of people who are watching this and you're using this to maybe learn how to play the game. And so I want to make sure that I'm very transparent if I'm doing something that's not rules as written. So anyway, that's enough of a disclaimer. If you're interested in knowing what all that stuff is, just stick around to the end of the episode. See you guys there. Until then, enjoy episode 5 of Dark Underworld. Welcome to episode 5 of Dark Underworld. Last week we rolled obligation. It was an 85. It did not trigger. Let's go into our XP spent summary. So Shay bought a rank in medicine and a rank in computers. Ragra bought 2 ranks of toughened and the talent lethal blows. Mott bought black market contacts and convincing demeanor, and Keenan bought plausible deniability. Everybody buying lots of talents.
I think the combination of black market contacts and convincing demeanor plus plausible deniability just sounds great.
Oh yeah, sounds awesome.
We're setting it up.
This session is powered by RPG Sessions. You can head to rpgsessions.com or use the link down in the description below. Sign up for free for the only virtual tabletop made specifically for Star Wars or Genesys. Also, Patreon Council members, Satchman, Nathan Gervais, Logan Williams, Jay Danger, AD7, and Brian Douglas. Thank you guys so much for your support with some of our ongoing costs. You guys are so appreciated. Before we begin, let's do Destiny tokens.
If I don't roll it, do I not have to worry about it?
That's a good question, actually.
No.
I need to...
You know, I've rolled a dark side point
2
consistently.
light side points. No
guys,
coming in clutch has 2 light side points.
I can't be carrying the whole team here.
Thank you,
Ragro.
Needs to roll his. The final Destiny token pool is 2 light and 4 dark side. Fun. It's gonna be real fun.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Thanks.
So last session, let's recap everything that happened. The players decided to sneak aboard the pirates' mega-sized vessel. Ragro, though, was having a trip, but they managed to sneak aboard, and
not
Shay,
Ragro. The cannon.
The cannon. Yeah. The cannon. I don't remember any of y'all's code names besides Red and the cannon. And the
One-eyed Sally.
Was it the face or something?
The gavel.
The gavel.
The gavel.
That's what it is.
Bringing down the gavel.
The gavel.
He's bringing the law.
And it was One-eyed Sally. Yeah. So y'all snuck on. Shay did some mechanical stuff to find a map of the ship. Then they befriended some person who was in deep trouble before using that person to find their way into the ship. Go to the med bay where Shay was healed of all of her critical injuries. But Ragro, in his trance state, was pulled to another location, the location of the page, where it magically sealed itself back to the book. But this, they might have gotten caught with the first mate, finding him and starting a combat, but thankfully the other players arrived just in time to save him. They eventually escaped the ship and fled for their lives in a daring starship chase through this ship graveyard before finally ending up in a old Republic era Lambda shuttle, hiding the night, waiting for the patrols to end. And that's where we're picking up today.
Did we ever establish what happened to B?
B is still on the ship. I think he got left behind.
No.
He's
Can
still,
I call him back to me? Because we're still comm linked.
He can communicate to you still, right? I thought we said that you couldn't communicate to him, but he can communicate to you.
Yeah.
So it's been about 7 hours since you initially entered into the shuttle. Shay and Ragra managed to get some sleep, though the rest was light and not fully refreshing. Take 1 strain each, but you can heal 1 wound. Keenan and Mott spent some time talking together. Did y'all do that all night? Or if not, what would y'all have been doing for these 7-ish hours or so?
You said that I was not able to get to sleep. Like, I got a little bit of rest, but
you were rattled. I think you did like 2 advantages to that discipline check. So if you want, I can say like you slept for half the night, so you weren't able to get a full night's rest. I'll say do an easy resilience check. Hey, 2 success and 1 threat.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. I'll say take 1 strain. But you managed to actually get some pretty good sleep once you managed to fall asleep, and you feel mostly refreshed as well. What do you guys want to do next?
Real quick, did Keaton need to do anything too?
Oh, you know what? You probably should. You didn't sleep at all. Do a average resilience check.
I'm assuming like he would stay awake for as much as he could, and then he would probably try to fall
Pass
asleep.
out.
But yeah,
So I'll say like once you didn't try to fall asleep in it immediately either. So I'll say that you were able to just fall asleep. It was a half night's
Okay.
sleep. But you also don't have any. You can heal one wound. That's fine.
okay.
I'll be nice. It is. I would say it's morning, but it's not morning because it's just always dark here. Some time has passed and everybody's slowly kind of starting to wake up.
I'm gonna start working on this ship again. See if I can get it running.
Do a hard mechanics check.
Wow, you have a great mechanics skill.
5 successes and 3 threats. Okay, so yeah, I think I said it was just going to take a while for you to fix it.
Wait, what was
Yeah,
that?
you said it was
Oh, okay,
capable
gotcha.
of fixing, but you didn't tell me like how that would process.
Okay, so yeah,
Because
it's fixable.
I was working on it with Ragro.
I think you might need parts, but
Okay.
it is fixable.
So in that case, she would be looking for B and realize she doesn't have it because she would have sent it to scavenge. She's gonna tell the others she's got to go scavenge for parts.
Well, Shay,
Okay.
do you need some help? What are we looking for?
I can tell you what ships they would be on, and we'll look for those. And then when we're looking for the parts, I'll probably have to find them myself. But yeah, I wouldn't mind the help.
Okay, all right.
Are any of the parts gonna be heavy?
Possibly.
Don't look at me like that.
Possibly. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the extra hands.
Everybody is, I guess, going to head out of the ship. Are y'all using a flashlight, or are you just going to use the walkways, dim lights to...
I'm gonna use the walkways unless I'm inside or like under.
Sure. Do a hard perception check. Anybody who's like actively searching. If you don't know, it's actually, are you describing what you're looking for? Because I don't think the other 3 would necessarily know what they're looking for.
That's what I was saying. So she would know like, okay, so I'm looking for this part. It goes on this ship. She's explaining what ship she's looking for to them. So
Okay,
if she has to
so-
explain what type it is, that sort of thing,
Yeah.
she'll explain that.
Roll a hard perception check with 1 setback because it's really dark. Everybody else
Okay.
roll an extra setback because you're only working with the description of a ship.
1 success, 1
You
threat.
know, I'll go for it, but
Why not?
One failure,
no.
one threat.
Ooh.
You know, if this is the one that succeeds, oh wait, no, we already got one that succeeds. That's good.
Failure. Okay,
somehow
so Ragro
it could've been a
doesn't know what
lot
he's looking
worse.
for. Mott also doesn't really know what he's looking for, and quite frankly, having to look for this is, he's getting a little bit of a headache because, mechanics are not his specialty. So gain a strain. Keenan, you managed to find one of the ships that Shay mentioned that she needed to find. However, everybody roll a easy perception check, and then Shay, you also found a different ship that you were looking for.
Okay.
I'm super threatened today. I don't.
Yeah. Also, Ragro needs to be adding some.
Oh, that's
Threats
the threat.
Well,
Wait,
it's for the
that's
it's for the book.
because the
Meta is
the
for the
book,
book.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have taken 2 strain then, wouldn't I?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say it's up to 3 strain now.
Yeah.
Or 3 threat. It's 3 threat now per roll.
Oh, 3 threat per roll. Thanks. I love that. That's
Wow.
that's-
So Ragro, I'm just gonna say Ragro take like a total of 4 strain because of the previous roll, right? Because you rolled
Okay.
just failures.
So I'll
before.
add 2 more because I put 2 in. I really appreciate that.
Hey, buddy,
but
you ain't looking
Mott-
so hot over there.
Mott and Keenan hear the sound of another ship kind of flying and starting to get close, sending Mott into flashbacks of the previous day, so take another strain. But Keenan, I'll say that the advantage is that you're... Well, actually, how do you want to use your advantage?
Well, I'm thinking if we're starting to hear something come up, maybe there's some nearby alcove or something like that where we could hurry and duck under.
I'll
if-
say
if
like the
we
area
wanted to
you
try
guys
to
are in
hide.
it's pretty concealed. Like it's kind of behind a bunch of ships. Like there's ships parked along either side of this walkway that you guys are on, so it's not like you guys are super visible. But if everybody wants to do like an easy stealth check, and you can take a boost die because you have a bunch of cover as well, and it's
As-
actually an extra boost die because it's dark.
As we hear like the ships like above them, like, oh yeah, Ragro, quick, get down.
Are you kidding me? What is these
Shay
rolls?
rolled 3 green and 2 blue and still rolled 0 6 and 1 purple and rolled 0 success 1 advantage. 0 success 1 advantage, 4 success 2 advantage, and then Mott
Keenan and I have the same
1
roll.
success 1 advantage. Okay, how about this? I'll say
Mott
that
and I have the same roll.
I can pass some of my successes on to others if possible.
yeah, I'll say that between all the advantages and all the extra successes, Keenan and Mott managed to help Shay and Ragro. Like,
quick, get
Oh,
in here,
dang
over
it,
here,
it
over
didn't-
here, quick,
What? Huh? What? I was distracted.
over here. There's
Not
ships
out
coming.
that way.
Oh.
You're going into the light.
about this time, you hear Hey.
A what?
I'm sorry, what was that? What'd you say?
Did you say something,
down,
Mott?
down here. And you look over, and there's a little Ugnaught standing on this walkway, looking up at you guys.
What's an Ugnaught?
Oh,
Someone
They're like
refresh?
they're like the piggy looking people, but they're like
In Cloud
They're in
Sleep
a-
and Empire Strikes Back?
they're also all over the
Oh, I know who those are. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. So little
Just
Ugnaught goes,
guy from
hey,
guy from Mandalorian.
Yeah, that guy too.
Looking
Okay.
for parts? What are you doing here?
Parts. What do you need parts for?
To fix the ship.
whoa. Hey,
Oh, what
let's
do you need
let's
a
not
ship
tell, real quick, Shay, let's not just be giving away free information to Mr. Stands in the dark and asks random people questions. How about that, huh? Who are you?
Hold on? Do you know your way around here?
Yeah, I live here.
Have you seen this kind of ship, or this kind of ship?
Yes,
Yes,
I have.
Shay, there's-
but
there's one right
instead,
over there.
Actually, I probably have some spare parts and back at my home. If you'd like some of those.
That'd be great, and then we'd be out of your hair.
Whoa. Shay,
Come.
hold on, real quick. Let's have a sidebar over here. Shay, would you just walk with me
Yeah,
this
Ugnaught's
way?
already starting to walk away.
Yeah, that's good. You walk that way, real quick. Shay, real quick.
What?
Why are we trusting a strange little guy we've never met before in
Because
an area crawling with pirates?
he's not a pirate.
We don't know that. We don't know
Probably
that.
not a pirate. But also, he's gonna help me find parts faster than we'd be able to find them on our own. And the less
Oh,
time we
sure.
spend here, the less time we're going to get captured.
You don't think it's suspicious, just a little suspicious, that he has the parts we're looking for when we're looking for them down here? We're trying not to be seen by pirates, and he's eager to bring us to his home?
If it makes you feel better, why don't me and Ragro go and you two stay away, and then we're separated, and that way if we get taken or kidnapped or whatever, you guys can jump in and yeah.
No. That's not. I don't want to do that.
Hey,
The
I'm
guy's
just
Zach
saying,
standing next to you.
I'll put
Are
it-
y'all coming or what?
I'll put it like this. You used to be little guy that I didn't know or trust, so
Yeah, but
Not wrong.
we met under very different circumstances.
I'm
more
following
pressing
this guy.
circumstances, sure.
Yeah,
But these are also pressing circumstances.
not for this guy.
I'm heading back to my house. You can come along if you want.
I'm following him.
All right. I guess let's follow this person.
Yeah, whatever, fine.
So he kind of waddles, it's honestly about an hour because it's kind of like close back to where the train station depot is, but it's below. Like you guys aren't on the level of the depot. You guys are some level below, like between the two levels. And he takes the staircase down to the next lower level, like once he kind of reaches the end. And then there's this area where it's more of a support beam jutting out from the wall that leads over to like an exhaust vent, a big round circular exhaust vent. And yeah, turns around and says, "Mind the distance and don't fall." And he kind of like walks over this beam that's maybe like 2 feet wide, and he kind of opens up the grate to this big circular air vent, and he kind of says, "Close the door behind you."
Ragro, get that, please. Thank you.
Sure.
Everybody do an easy coordination check. Shay very
right,
easily
well.
walks across this.
Yep. Well, I succeeded,
Keen,
but
Keen,
you know.
roll boost, like Keen. This is
Come on,
Shay
blank.
sees you kind of struggling a little bit.
Whoa there, buddy.
Yeah.
You need the help?
I'll say 5 advantages is like you kind of almost fall, but you manage to like catch yourself and be like, and look down, and it's a
Ooh,
very,
there.
it's like about a kilometer down. And you manage to be like, that's too close. And kind of continue.
Wait, ooh, that was close.
Ragro,
I want to say keep taking strain. What should we use his threat for?
I mean,
Give
4
him
more
some
strain
setbacks.
sounds pretty good to me. He's doing fine.
No, I don't
No.
like 4 more straight. I don't want to pass out before the.
Session begins.
What do you mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm already at 5 out of 11, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So I know what your threat is, but it's GM secret. How does it sound?
Okay, that's thank you.
Great.
Okay, that's very helpful. That's even more menacing.
A little bit.
So you follow this Ugnaught through this exhaust port, and there's the occasional like really big fan. Like this thing is maybe 25, 30 feet tall. And there's the occasional like massive, kind of somewhat rusty, very slow moving fan that you guys kind of have you can just step through. Like it's not difficult. And eventually you come to this massive kind of maintenance, what used to probably be a maintenance room, but it's 25 feet by 40 feet and maybe 10 feet off the ground. And it seems like this place has kind of become a home, but the Ugnaught seems like he's a little bit of a hoarder too. So like there's a bunch of mechanical parts and stuff everywhere. There's like a dirty stained couch, a bed. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of one big room. He just says, "Make yourself at home. We have calf over in the canteen."
Hey, thanks.
Keenan kind of is disgusted just with the environment that he's now finding himself in, but with the promise of some calf, he kind of shrugs and starts walking over to it, thinking, what am I going to be drinking out of some rusty cup?
As you take a look nearby, you actually see some like freshly cleaned glasses that actually do look pretty spotless.
Well, that's surprising.
Yeah, I found those crystal glasses on
Yes.
Old Republic party yacht.
Oh, fancy. So I'm trying to get ship back up and running. I found a well, it doesn't matter.
Idea.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you've noticed the pirates still flying around.
Yeah.
out
Oh,
there.
we've
I
noticed.
mean,
Are they
as
there
long
because
as
of
I
you?
can, maybe.
No. We're here for a different reason. Shank, what did we talk about earlier?
Anyways, so trying to get this ship back up and working. I need these parts, but we were looking and we only found a couple of ships that would work for that. So do you happen to have this, and this?
And he kind of thinks bad and he says, yeah, I definitely have those parts. And he kind of just stands there.
Oh,
That-
great.
that
This
would be-
guy seems trustworthy. Yeah, that seemed like the guy who knew exactly what he was thinking about when he said yes.
I definitely have the parts here. Where they
Oh,
are
yes,
here,
Definitely.
maybe under there, maybe in that pile of parts over there. I mean, feel free to scavenge around a little bit.
Yeah, I'll go look
Okay.
around.
Mott. Do a vigilance check against 1 purple.
1 purple. Vigilance.
Easy vigilance check.
Constant.
1
success,
success,
2
2
advantage.
advantage.
You notice that this Ugnaugh's kind of like really fidgety. You also notice that you kind of see a map that's probably been there like forever on the wall near the door that actually shows that this pipe kind of goes all the way through the ocean reservoir as well. So like this could get you to the other side kind of thing.
Hey, Shay.
Hmm?
Hey, look at this.
What? She's looking at the map.
This, you see what I'm seeing, right?
Do you have an exit to the other side?
Yeah, this tunnel goes all the way through. This is the air vent for various pathways and tunnels that go underneath the reservoir. There's various like concrete maintenance tunnels. So this is like the ventilation system for all those.
So I don't need to fix the ship. We could just walk.
Yeah, I mean, that'll draw less attention to us for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, but then we don't have a ship. But I mean, that's.
And I'll also
I mean, we could-
specify that like the Ugnaught seems like he's definitely hiding something. Like he seems fidgety in a not good way.
Yeah, I mean, I told them that already, but they ain't listened before, so...
He's the only one that notices, yeah?
Yeah, unless he says something else since rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should leave this place, because this guy seems like a scuzzy weirdo.
That's not nice to say in front of people.
Look,
Is there some kind of problem?
No,
You
no
sent
problem,
my friend
no
off.
problem,
He's
no problem.
okay.
Roll vigilance versus also 1 purple.
Okay. 2 failures, 2 advantage. I see nothing wrong.
Yeah,
Yes,
This
you,
guy seems
problem.
trustworthy.
you're like this guy's
No
definitely
problem.
being a little fishy, but like he seems trustworthy enough, I guess.
Everyone's
really.
fishy when you go deep enough.
So,
We are under an ocean.
if we
reservoir.
went through this pipe, we'd come out where?
Other side of the ocean reservoir.
Can we do that? Can you show us how to get to where we need to go?
I mean, sure, eventually I can show you, but I mean, why don't you stay here a little bit and maybe, find those parts
We
you're
don't
looking
have
for.
a reason
What is
to
your purpose,
stay
little man?
still.
What is your purpose here? You have brought us to your home.
No purpose, just trying to be
Giving us
helpful.
some calf.
Roll vigilance versus 1 purple.
Eventually, someone else will get it.
Yeah,
I mean, I knew
Let it
all
click.
along. I could just smell it.
let
Nope.
it click.
Eventually,
Yeah.
right?
You also are like,
Right?
this guy's weird, but
And
nothing wrong
2
either.
advantage.
Yeah, nothing is.
Oh my gosh.
I don't get a lot of company here, so I just want to, y'all can just stay and hang out for
Well,
a little bit. And
We can't exactly hang out. I'm sorry. Not for any reason other than we really need to get a move on. Either we need to find a way through this, I need those parts, or we need to get moving and I can scavenge some more.
You don't want to hang out with this mysterious man, Shay?
he kind
You don't wanna hang out in his apartment that he has
presses a
invited his-
button on the side of the wall, and the door kind of shuts. And he says, "Y'all need to stay here. We're going anywhere." And
I pull a blaster
Ragro,
and
do
put it
a
right at
easy
him.
perception check.
Now
Who?
I'm
Me?
uncomfy.
Actually,
I called it.
Ragro,
I
and
knew
also
it.
only add 1 threat to this one because this is kind of a passive.
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Um,
Easy, you
I-
said?
Yeah, easy.
Oh, come on!
Man,
Zero
Mott,
successes.
roll perception, one difficulty.
I had a
I
couple
would like
advantage.
to,
I
as he
hope I
presses his button, like, just grab him and hold him in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
There we
So,
go.
Mott, you immediately notice as he reaches up to hit the button for the door that he has a little bracelet on that's like has a small red like blinking light on it.
Great.
And you can
Great.
have 2 upgrades towards whatever next roll you do involving this guy.
Oh,
And I was going to ask Nate, I had 2 advantages on my pass roll too. Can I say that calf was really hitting the spot this morning, and so I can get a boost on my next check, whatever it may be?
Sure. Yep.
Can I pull Keenan aside? Can I since we're all getting cozy with this man, Keenan, can I talk to him private?
Yeah.
By
Oh, was
private,
that
I
to
mean
me? Sorry.
this small portion of the room. Yeah.
I still
Yes,
would
yes.
like to be holding him in the
You
air.
are holding him in the middle of
preventing
the
him
air
from-
at this point.
Yeah, just
I
like
had
kinda
pulled
like
my weapon
bear
and was
hug
pointing at
grapple.
him too.
I'm just standing here uncomfortably, like I don't know what to do.
I'll say
I
2
called it.
advantages as well, Mott, is that you recognize the bracelet that's beeping as like a home, like a tracking signal, like communicator thing.
Oh, I know. Mott's not smart, but Mott is rather cunning. He very quickly picked up that you don't take strangers into your house in the middle of nowhere without a good reason. And this man, for some reason, had a good reason for us to be here.
So Mott,
Good
you and I want to
reason.
go off to the side and talk for a second? Where I could.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Keenan's like, yes. Kind of lowers his weapon a little bit and walks over with Mott off to the side. I apologize. We should have listened to you a little bit closer on that one.
That's all I wanted. That was it. I literally just pulled you over here to ask you to tell me I was right. But now that you've done that, I feel obligated to let you know that guy probably has a tracker on his wrist that is currently blinking. I wasn't gonna say anything, but because
Bumblebee.
you have gone out of your way, I feel obligated to also reciprocate. So I was right.
Shay-
You were wrong. He's got a tracker on his wrist. You should do something about
Do you-
it.
I
so
hear-
you
I
say
hear
that
B, what?
loudly enough for us to hear as well.
Oh yeah.
Shay-
He's very excited that somebody told him he was right without having to like instigate
Over all
it.
this commotion, Shay, you get a beep in from Bumblebee.
Oh.
And pretty much saying that all the pirates just left the capital ship and
We're
they're all headed
moving.
towards y'all.
We need to move. They're all moving. We need to move.
Like,
I
that's
think
like,
we're
"You're not
as,
allowed to
as soon as
move.
Ragro,
They promised a pretty big payout for whoever
As
turned
soon
you
as-
in. Please let me down.
as soon as Ragro hears that it's a tracking device, he's gonna just rip it off his. He's not even gonna bother trying to take it off. He's gonna rip it off his arm.
Goodbye, arm.
You ripped off the Ugnut's arm.
Oh no, not the arm, the
Oh,
tracking
just-
device. Yeah.
Okay. That
Yeah.
works
Not,
too.
not. I don't want to rip the arm off yet. I'm not that like.
You're a rookie.
But you know
Not
that
yet.
got tracking
Trying to
devices
break
on
it
there
off
pretty
and just
well though.
accidentally pulls the whole arm off.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine
Whoops.
taking the wrist off, but
Yeah. Okay, well you
Whoop.
pull. Okay, fine. You pull off the. You kind of like pull off the tracker, kind of breaking it in the process.
We've been standing still anyways. They know where we are. We need to move.
Well, here's a thought. Just throw this out
I have
there.
an idea. Pulls out rifle, sets it to stun. We can just knock this guy out and leave. You good with that?
sounds good with me.
Did he shut the door or lock it or something already? Did you say?
Just
Dave?
Yeah.
shut it.
He just shut it. We can get out. That's not a big deal.
I hit the button again.
The door opens.
I shoot to stun the guy to knock him out.
He kind of like falls over and collapses.
All right,
Oh, look
before
at
we
that.
leave, Jay, how long would
Picture-
it take you to rig up like a little bot that just moves in a straight line?
I don't know why.
Well, we know that they're tracking this man's tracking device.
Oh.
We should probably push it in a direction that's not the direction we're going in. Just a thought. Just a thought. I
It
don't
is.
know.
No,
I
that's a
wasn't
good thought.
necessarily super careful with it. Is it holds it up? Is it still working?
Can I look it over and see if it's even working?
It's the light is no longer blinking on it, and there's
Yeah,
a bunch
no.
of now exposed wires.
It's nope.
You should have
It's
taken his
fine.
arm off.
I take a picture with my data pad of the map that we were looking at earlier,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then
hey.
It's pretty much a large. It's pretty much a large straight, just a big straight pipe that goes all the way from one end to the other of the ocean reservoir.
all right,
Shay?
yeah,
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
go down the pipe.
Nope. Nope, that was
Oh.
not what I was thinking at all.
That's what I was thinking. What are you thinking?
We should make it look like we're going down the pipe and then go in a different direction because boy, will they expect us to go into that pipe.
You're not
you
wrong.
also notice that there's also a door in the in the other side of his room.
I'm gonna open the door.
As you step out into
Nice.
the exhaust pipe, you notice that there's like a grate underneath on the floor of the pipe.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can I tell where it goes?
You shine a flashlight underneath it, and it looks very familiar.
Familiar how?
Familiar as in you may spot a few dead rats, chomp rats.
Oh, well, we've been through here before. We could just go back the way we came, or we can go back and hide out in the ship that we found. I can try to finish repairing it, and they can run after us down a pipe that we didn't go down, and we can take off in a ship.
I mean, we could, because I'm sorry, did you relay that all of the pirates are coming? Like that
Yes.
they've all left the ship?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said they are all
Or-
on the move.
Or we all sneak over to their ship while they think we are going in this direction,
Oh,
and
no.
we take the big ship and we get out of Dodge City.
I don't think they would leave it unguarded.
I'm flipping a Dark Side Destiny token. About this time, kind of see, like maybe it's about 3 miles from where this maintenance closet is to where you first entered this exhaust system. You kind of see a bunch of flashlights kind of like moving and kind of getting closer to the grate. But you can kind of see like there's a little bit of light, white, like bright white light shining through, and it's starting to like you can hear people kind of coming closer. So there's still a
All
few
right,
miles.
team.
My vote's we hide somewhere not the great. They know we're gonna go in there. That's a dead end. We
All
go
right,
in there, we
back to
die.
the ship. Back towards the ship we went in, or just towards a ship that's nearby.
Anything at all. Just get us
Well,
there.
so what I'm trying to communicate is they're like at the entrance to this exhaust port.
Oh, so we have to go deeper in. There isn't a choice.
There's a grate. So just to verify, out of game, there is a grate that we are aware of below us.
Yeah,
That
it's
goes
kind
to
of
the
like on the
sewer thing.
ground, but you could kind of like lift it almost like a manhole cover if you wanted to like jump down, and it would lead to the
I
tunnel
would-
you guys walked over initially.
There is
I wouldn't
not
say
another
it's-
door in this room,
No.
but there is a path that leads to a tunnel that we have seen that goes towards like the exit area. We originally came in by that like water lake
The
area.
buoy, you came in the buoy, but like even when you went down the ladder to the buoy, there was it still went in both directions. So it looks like it's a service tunnel to get to cross the ocean reservoir.
But we do see that like there's two clear other options. It's either down or to that buoy like tunnel thing, right? Like that's
So your
that's
options
back
are to
out the
walk
front
through
door.
this massive like 20-25 foot diameter round exhaust pipe, or you can walk in that like 2-person wide wet tunnel that you guys initially came through.
Oh, but they're both going in the same direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one's
What
kind
else
of
is-
underneath the other one.
What else is in this room?
The room where the guy lives.
Yeah, he had like a couch. He had
Yeah,
like
there's a
bed.
couch. There's various like piles of junk. It looks like he tinkers and works on a bunch of stuff. There's like the equivalent of a TV, like a plasma. There's a bed. There's a kitchen. There's a bathroom. Well, it's not really a bathroom. It's more like a makeshift bathroom. It's like he dug a hole into the concrete.
Okay. How
So
deep
we
is the
have.
hole?
Like 2 feet.
So we have
I could fit in that.
or pipe or sewer, and there's nothing like. So when we came down into his area, so we're like in the ventilation right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we either continue down the ventilation, or does that go 2 ways, or does it only go 1 way?
The ventilation and the tunnel that's on the walking tunnel that's underneath both head
Both
in both
go-
directions. It connects to either side of the ocean reservoir,
Okay.
traversing pretty much underneath it.
Could Mott and Shay rig some kind of explosive device as we enter one area that kind of seals it off for us?
We could try.
Would that
I
be a
can see what
smart
we have
idea, or
around
would
here.
that be a dumb idea?
We
Yeah,
might
I mean,
trap
that seems
ourselves in.
reasonable.
We don't know the other end is open, so we might trap ourselves in. We know with the pipe it is open, but we don't know if we take the like ventilation shaft if it's open on the other end.
And if we did an explosive like that, they may think that we're heading down that pipe and try to meet us on the other end too.
We could always do it on the ventilation shaft and then go through the sewer. So they think we're trying to close it behind us, but we didn't go that way.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
At this point, they're opening up the vent door. They
All
don't.
right.
They don't. Still, it's dark enough. They don't see you, but you can see their flashlights now. Like,
You got a thermal detonator with you?
No, I have 4 frag grenades.
Can you throw one in that shaft and then we'll go down this way?
Yeah, do you want to rig it so that you're mechanically more savvy than I am? Would you
Yeah,
like to
I'm
try
gonna
and
try to
rig
give
it
it
so
a-
it explodes in like a minute?
Yes.
Okay.
She's gonna
do
do
a
what she
mechanics
can.
check.
Gotcha.
Average. And add a setback because you're currently like pressed for time. And to your success, 3 advantages. So
The
you
worst-
start to
the
tinker with
worst
this thing, and you realize that it's about to go off, but you have enough time to throw it before it goes off.
I eat it.
Yep.
Goodbye.
You eat it, and it
Everybody
makes
in
a
the
very loud and echoing explosion sound.
I'm saying get in the hole, use that as a distraction.
Wait, so we're going
I'm
down?
flipping another
You know,
dark
we're
side
going the
destiny
other way?
point. About this time, you hear kind of a and the just water kind of starts like slowly like squeezing in through cracks in the pipe, and it seems to be like getting stronger and stronger with time.
Go down. We're going into the
No,
sewer.
that's the hole where the water's pouring in.
Is it?
No, the
I
water's
think so,
pouring
right?
into this exhaust
Or-
vent, I thought.
Oh, the exhaust. Okay. I thought it
But either way, like the
Yeah.
tunnel's below, so
So that water's still going to be coming down onto
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, but if we're ahead of it, we're ahead of it. We're gonna have to be ahead of it either way.
Okay, real quick clarification. Are we aware that the tunnel goes both left or right? Like it goes in 2 different
it
directions?
goes out. Yes, you guys know it leads out in both directions.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, all right, fine. I'm very upset about this whole thing. I told you all. And I'm gonna jump
told
into
us?
the hole.
Yes, you told us.
We heard you. Yes.
Sounds good. Everybody manages to kind of jump down to the hole. Do you cover the manhole like behind you, or the grate like behind you, or
Yes.
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
I'm sure Ragro will be last holding
Yeah,
the grate.
everybody
and,
do
like-
a average athletics
Oh,
check, but
no.
you can take it in any order you want. Also, Mott, you can take
athletics.
2 boost. You can take 2 upgrades because of your roll. Ragro, take the threat. It's
Yeah.
average. And then
Average.
Keenan, you're on the calf, so you can take a boost die.
I'm
But if
gonna
you want to do
wait
it in any
until
order,
someone
like
else.
just in case somebody can help.
Okay. Well, I
Oh,
got
no.
one
Okay.
success and 3 threats.
What am I
So-
doing right now? I'm sorry.
This is running
Oh,
or
okay.
flying quickly away from where the water is now pouring in as well.
We are all rolling.
Oh my
back.
gosh. I was
We're
waiting
all
to use
dead.
someone else's advantage and I can't. So good. Yeah.
So at this point, like the water sound rushing in is very, very, very loud. I'm gonna say that like Ragro is able to run pretty easily, but it just eventually the water pouring in just manages to kind of break open a lot of this tunnel air system that y'all are, the maintenance shaft that you guys are walking through.
Uh-huh.
Thankfully, it's pouring in a way that it's kind of picking you guys up, and you guys are kind of like
Being flushed
carried-
down the toilet.
Yeah, you're pretty much being like flushed really quickly, like through this tunnel.
That sounds
And you're ready to
painful.
do a hard resilience check, though.
Yep.
All of us?
Yes, and I will remind you, you guys
Oh,
do have
no.
destiny points.
Can we? Ooh, what do I have that would be useful? Do we know how long? Oh, this.
I would
Alright.
like to make. I would like to, as we're getting pushed along. Can I make a sound?
Can I make a
Yeah.
sound?
Yeah, I would like to make a sound.
Yes, you may make a sound. Oh man.
Can I use a destiny point to have had a flotation device, like compress flotation device that on my belt that I can just.
Yeah, you can use a. I'll say this. You can use a destiny point to find like an emergency floating raft thing, like on the side of
Yeah.
the wall. So I can take back. I'll use that. I'll take back the resilience checks then. So you hear the water. I'll say you hear the water rushing in,
Bless.
super loud and super quickly, and it's starting to like drip at where your feet are at. You pull off. You see this emergency thing that just happens to be right next to you. As you like pull it off, the safety thing off the wall, this thing automatically like inflates itself, and everybody hops in. And now you guys are like boogie boarding, almost like boogie boarding on this like safety tube thing, riding through this tunnel.
I
And
hope
you
you all
guys
know how
are
to
you guys
swim.
are riding like this for probably 10 minutes or so before finally like the water kind of starts to like kind of sink down a little bit, and you kind of slow down, and you eventually kind of just float and tap the edge of where it is. As you step out of the raft, the water's maybe like knee high at this point, and it's still kind of slowly getting like deeper. There's a ladder,
Go.
like there was on the other side.
Let's go.
Up the ladder.
So yeah,
Up the
climbing the ladder, and then once we reach the top, Ragro's gonna be like, "So, have we learned our lesson with grenades and tunnels underwater?"
Great tunnels. And we learned our lesson with small people and offering us places to be.
Okay. We all made mistakes. Let's keep
no.
moving
Decision
forward.
in general. Let's go with
I did
that.
not
If
make
we
a mistake.
stand here and fight, we'll be found. Let's keep moving.
I just,
You guys head
I
up the
just
ladder.
want an apology. That's it.
Yeah, you guys head up the ladder,
I'm
and like the other side,
sorry.
it's not locked or anything.
Thank
You
you.
guys are able to kind of
Aggro?
just push a little trap door open. Yeah. As you step out and you go out of this little like shack building that's similar to what was on the other side, you see like big pirate ships kind of like flying back and forth across the water, but they don't seem they're kind of on the far. They're on the far side. It's almost like they're trying to patrol to make sure nobody's trying to cross via the surface. Around
Good thing
you, you see the train station, and you remember when you were riding on the train over for the last like 2,000 kilometers or whatever, however many miles it is, that a lot of it's kind of older city here, and it's a lot of it's very dilapidated. Most buildings aren't above like 2 or 3 stories at most, and it's kind of just for Coruscant, it's a barren wasteland pretty much for 2,000 miles. Are y'all looking around to see like what's nearby?
Yes.
Okay, you all can do an easy perception check.
I would prefer to abstain from this.
That's okay. You may.
I got
I
it.
don't need to be continually rolling disadvantages or threats.
Is somebody gonna put the book back when you get back?
We are nowhere near where the book belongs. I cannot.
Okay, so everybody manages to see maybe about 40 feet to your right, away from where the train tracks are. There is an old like security depot. It's like a separated garage almost that has 2 kind of garage like doors inside of it, but one of the doors is open, and inside you manage to see a land speeder.
Oh,
Hey,
would you look at that?
Shay, do you think you can hotwire this?
Heck yeah, I can.
You guys head over to this little security depot station. It looks like pretty much like what this ocean reservoir would have had as far as like a coast guard, you know, just kind of an outpost. The speeder could go over the water or it could go over land. There's like a small desk with a computer on it in the room as well that looks like it hasn't run in 1,000 years. Same with the
Like the
speeder.
train.
The speeder hasn't run in a while either, but you can try to hotwire it for an average
Try
mechanics
this.
check.
Oh, I forgot
One
to use my
success,
toolkit,
full
but yeah.
Yeah, without much difficulty, you manage to hotwire this thing and it powers up. It takes, you know, it's a bit of like sputtering and stuff that it's doing, but you kind of make a few tweaks to it as well, and you get this thing up and running to pretty amazing condition.
Heck yeah.
Like this thing, you maybe even have gave it a little bit of a boost in its speed. So
Where are we off to?
Anywhere
Not
but
yet.
here.
I was gonna head towards my house.
can we make it from here?
you can.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's a long drive, but yeah.
It'll be a while, but yeah.
Anywhere but here. Ragro says more emphatically and more exasperated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Starts driving that direction.
So maybe actually, I'll say about 8 hours passes, and you know that with how fast this thing is going, it's looking like it's still quite a bit more of a. You know, like this drive is going to take a lot longer than 8 hours. Does anybody want to rest while they're
And,
while one
and
person
we've just been
drives
traveling
this?
through this
Yes.
like wasteland of Coruscant.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like a wasteland of sorts. I'm imagining there is like the railroad system, and for a while there's like the ocean reservoir to the side, and to the other side it's kind of flat lands, and then old streets, old like dilapidated 2-story and 1-story, 3-story buildings. It looks like it was maybe old city of like thousands and thousands of years ago, but it looks like nobody's probably lived there in a long time.
hey,
You
Ragwell,
guys
why
just-
don't you watch for a little bit? I'm gonna take some shut eye.
Shay,
I feel
do
like
you want- do you want me
Ragro
to-
would have been
want me to
like
drive?
leaning
Get
his
some
head
shut-eye
back
yourself?
and like kind of like jutting his head forward every once in a while, like, and then like eventually just nods off. And then you ask that.
Shay would have looked back hearing this and said, "You can rest too, Ragro. It's fine."
So are Shay and Keenan gonna stay awake then?
Shay, do you want me to drive a little bit so you can get some rest?
Let's stay awake at the same. Well, I guess we are the drivers.
And I'll say y'all are able
Uh,
to sleep because it's also only been like it's probably been 2 or 3 hours since you initially woke up, and you guys didn't
Yeah.
sleep super well the previous night, anyways. So Yeah.
Does Shay know about how much longer the drive is?
you can do a quick calculation in your head, and it's probably gonna be something like, let's assume this thing is going at like you're pushing it to 100 kilometers an hour. That's still gonna be like 20 hours, 20, 25,
Okay.
20, 24 hours.
I'll be fine for a little bit longer. I will rest in a bit. Why don't you stay up with me and we'll keep an eye out while those two rest, and then one of us can rest, and then we can switch.
You guys drive along. Ragro and Mott can heal all strain, which I know Ragro's happy for. You can also each heal one wound, another wound.
Good.
So I would say about 6 or so hours pass, and suddenly these two massive speeders that are very loud, they kind of come out from behind a dilapidated building, and they start driving in your direction. And I'll say that if Shay's driving, that Keenan notices, whereas Ragro and Mott are still asleep.
And we haven't seen anybody this whole time, correct? We haven't seen anybody.
Yeah, you haven't seen anybody. Correct.
Shay, we have someone following us, it looks like. How did they find us?
Friends. I don't think they are pirates. I'm guessing they're probably bandits.
They
Can I
do
push
seem
it
to be
see-
getting closer.
Can I push it to see if it'll go any faster?
Are you handing off the wheel to Keenan while you do this?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll say
You
like
take
the
the
motors.
wheel.
I'll
I'm
say
gonna
the
see if I
motors
can
kind
give
of
us
in
some
towards the
speed.
back.
Okay.
The motor's kind of on the
Okay.
back of the ship. So you kind of hand over the controls to Keenan. You kind of climb over into the back seat where Ragor and Mott are sitting, and you're kind of standing over them, tinkering with this thing. Do a average mechanics check, but do add a setback because you're currently on a speeding vehicle.
That's fine. Ah, I forgot to use my tools
Worst
again,
successes
but
and
it's
a
fine.
triumph. Oh wow.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, you managed to push this thing up to an extra maybe 20 miles an hour or so. And so you're kind of able to now match the speed of the one that's behind you. I need Keenan to do a planetary piloting check.
Okay. What difficulty would you like?
No difficulty.
No difficulty.
It's free.
2 success and 1 advantage.
Yay! I don't think that's fair, Nate.
What?
I think you just copied Shay's roll.
Oh, 4 success. Yeah, so I rolled 4 success and a triumph for these other ones.
Rude.
So I'll say that they managed to gain. They go from a long distance to medium distance. So they're maybe now like 50 meters behind you. And the triumph. You actually didn't say what your triumph was for. You didn't really specify. Was there something you want to use your triumph for? I'm gonna say I'll let you do that first because I kind of know what I want to do with my triumph.
Can I wanted to kind of overclock it so that it's like zoom.
Yeah, I mean I'll say this thing is really old. You've pushed it to the speeders that are chasing you look quite a bit newer, and you've managed
Okay.
to push it to like the same like average speed. And so
Okay.
that was kind of the 4 success. I was like 5 mile an hour increase.
I
per
have a
success.
suggestion.
I'll
Maybe
listen.
you could see if you like it or not. Because we're pushing it so hard, maybe it stirs up maybe something in the engine is like clicks and like a bunch of black smoke starts
Smoke,
pouring out from
yeah.
the back, kind of like
Smoke
giving
or
a smoke
dust.
screen.
Yeah.
Or like it's like dust or something. So the engine's not like it's still pushing, still kicking it. But like
Yeah.
Now we've got some cover.
do you like that? We don't have to go with that if you don't if
I
you're
like
uncomfortable
it.
with it.
I like it
Okay.
as long as it gives us like an cover advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll say that you managed to fix this engine. It starts like sputtering like smoke and stuff because it's pushing it kind of past its limit. I'm gonna say the other triumph that they rolled is that reinforcement one speeder kind of juts out from maybe 200 meters or so in front of Keenan. It's now driving towards your direction.
Oh
Mott,
joy.
Ragro, Mott, Ragro, Shay,
I'm
wake him
pulling
up,
out-
wake him up.
I'm pulling out my blaster pistol and I'm like kicking their
Yeah.
feet like guys, a little help. I'm gonna try to shoot and disable.
Yeah. There are also like side street. There are also like streets and stuff that look like they probably go into this old city to the
Okay.
right. This is kind of where they drove out of generally.
But we can
Okay.
tell they're definitely following us.
They are definitely seem to be after you.
Keenan, try to lose him. I'm gonna try to get him off our butts, and then I start to shoot,
Keenan
making
says,
sure it's not set to stun.
"Lose him. I usually have a chauffeur. I'll do what I can."
Sounds good. Are you just gonna like? Where are you gonna drive? So you have one in front of you and 2 behind you.
Oh, there's one in front.
That's what I said. So the
Yeah.
triumph is they have one in front. That was about to pull that about 200 meters ahead. Actually, I'll say longer because y'all are driving pretty fast. About 300 meters ahead of you, and is now driving kind of towards you.
Like
Oh, so
at-
like
at
head
us?
on collision, not like
Yeah.
slowing down in front of us.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I'll turn onto some side street or something like that as soon as I see one in front of us too.
Sure. While you're going down the side street, Keenan, make a daunting perception check.
What point do we wake up?
I would say you guys can be awake at this point. So you kind of wake up as he turns the vehicle like really sharply, and Ragro kind of like slides over into Mott, kind of somewhat crushing him a little bit.
Hey, big guy, get up.
Let's What?
One,
You're on me.
one success,
Oh,
two threats.
I'll just
One success and
Let me just-
2 threats. Okay.
squeeze past you real quick. Oh.
Shay's
Yeah, that's fine,
stifling laughter.
Shay, no time to laugh. There's people trying to attack us or something.
So
They're
you
going to
managed
steal
to spot
stuff from us.
something, but you don't manage to spot it quite in time to avoid it or slow down in time. I'm also going to spend all 3 destiny tokens here.
Whoa.
So
Okay.
you managed to see just jutting out above the tops of the just the tips over the top of the buildings on either side of the street would look like the top of power couplings. So if y'all remember in Attack of the Clones, the things that Anakin and Obi-Wan like kind of drive through that have like,
Yeah.
he's like, how many times have I told you to avoid power couplings? Yeah, it's one of those, and it immediately so as you get close, it beams on. You guys don't have time to like avoid it. However, I'll say that Keenan notices it beforehand, and he's able to kind of inform everyone to brace yourselves.
Can I throw all my frag grenades away?
I don't think you have time for that. You're gonna hit it before the frag grenade gets, because you're driving at like 80 miles an hour.
Surely that will trigger them, right?
Well, I don't think that would stop you from being hit by it.
Yeah, I'm just
No,
checking.
what he's saying is he's afraid that the frag grenades are going to be on him, and this thing is going to trigger the frag grenades.
It won't trigger the frag grenade.
Oh, okay.
As the power coupling's activated and Keenan warns everybody to brace, I need everybody to do a hard resilience check.
Oh gosh.
Another one. And you can add a boost die because you're bracing for it.
Yep.
Can
Yep.
Those are like, it's electricity, right?
Yes.
Can I like try to ground myself?
We're
In
on
a
On what?
speeder?
It's not as bad. Well, yeah, like by touching the speeders, like
I don't think
don't
Speeder
know.
has a ground.
yeah.
We got,
All that
we got,
and-
we got
Oh
6 destiny
my
points
gosh.
too.
I'm
I
using a
roll-
destiny point because I'm screwed in this otherwise.
I roll 8 dice,
Yep.
and it nets out to nothing.
That's
I'm gonna
crazy.
flip one.
Oh my
Seriously,
gosh,
it's
no
Absolutely
way.
nothing.
Whoops.
Wow.
I forgot.
8 dice
Oh,
plus 3 threat,
my
mind you,
gosh.
and nothing.
Had I not
One
used that
success,
destiny. Oh.
3 threat. Okay, so Ragro, take 10 strain. Shay,
Ouch.
take
I wasn't using
Shay,
no
take
dice
2
for that.
strain. Keenan, take 11 strain. I have math for all of how this is working. And then Mott is at strain's at max, right? You can't, or is strain also double threshold? Well, let's
I
see
do
what our
not know.
position says about it.
I'm telling you, I think those frag grenades should blow up, and I think we should all die right here.
End of campaign.
I mean, I'm down. Let's do it.
Campaign ended.
Well, that's it, everyone. Thanks for
TBK.
watching.
Thanks for watching. That was
Thanks for
great.
watching.
That was.
Tune in next season.
Let's see if we can
The
last
most
more than 5
satisfying end
sessions.
possible.
That's going to be 14 strain, Mott.
Ooh.
So, hey, you're not passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am freaking out, but I am not passed out.
Yeah.
Hey,
Um,
one till you're at your threshold, gang. Let's go.
And I would say one of the Destiny Dark Side points that I spent already is the ship kind of like sputters a little bit and then hits the ground and like kind of just slides, scraping
Rude.
the
We
concrete.
all
below
need
you.
to need to act like we're being shocked, so we can see that on the screen, right? So we're all
Yeah.
just like. Yeah.
Yeah. About this time, the enemy speeders, all 3 of them, kind of like catch up and they kind of are circling around you a little bit.
They're like vultures.
What do y'all do while they?
I'm gonna
I'm
hold
shooting.
2 frag grenades in my arms. I'm ready.
I've drawn my weapon and checking to see if how everybody is. Is anybody knocked out?
So, eventually, the spinning. Nobody's knocked out, but eventually the spinning kind of stops and they park. About 4 people per speeder hop out. They're wearing pretty much like all white armor and masks, and they say,
Come quietly, and you will survive.
I was already planning on shooting you, but I
I
don't
have
know.
indeed another proposition.
Who are you?
Come
Oh.
with us, and
Who are you?
a major prize could be yours.
We've had trouble trusting people today.
I am. Hold on. While he's
Valid.
talking, can I stim pack my? Wait, does stim pack get rid of strain? No,
does
right?
not.
No.
I would just. I'm laying on the ground on the speeder, so like, just like flush with the ground, holding 2 frag grenades.
Yep.
and
So
I'm,
they
I'm-
also say,
I'm yelling.
Great treasure awaits those, potentially, who come with us.
I turn on my collar amp, so I'm really loud now, and I say, "Who are you? Identify yourselves."
Who we are does not matter. What does matter is a wondrous prize awaits.
Okay, hold on. 4 of them. There's 4 of them per vehicle. There's 2 vehicles.
3 vehicles.
3.
3 vehicles.
3 vehicles. Okay. How close
And-
are the vehicles to me?
25, 30 feet.
Do I
Is that within
recognize
like
these?
short range or
And
medium
it's
range?
short range.
Short
Short range.
range.
Yeah, just short range.
Okay.
Medium
I could
range.
probably
Do I
make that.
recognize these outfits for anybody, any like clan or crew or gang that I would know of?
You can do a daunting core worlds check.
2
Oh, wow,
success,
2
1 threat.
successes and a threat.
Whew.
Okay, so you've
space
heard
intelligence.
about, I'll say you've heard about nomad raiders dressed in white armor out in the pretty much the wastelands, and people have been known to disappear. However, some people have been known to, like a handful of people have claimed to have encountered these people and left with lots of credits.
Huh.
I'm gonna peek my head up and like look at the distance. Do I think I can throw a grenade in each of their like speeders and make that distance?
In each of their speeders, I can say you can attempt to throw one at one.
I have 3 frags on me right now.
The one
Right.
action.
That's 1 per.
If you're starting
1 per
combat,
speeder.
then I would say you can throw. You'll start with throwing one.
I'm not throwing anything yet, but I wanna like. Who's the driver of our car right now?
Me.
Keenan,
Keenan.
Are
right?
y'all still in the speeder?
Yeah, I haven't gotten out. I'm like
Okay.
I
poking my
assumed we
head
fell
out.
out, but I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well,
Where
we
am
kinda
I?
like
one of the
landed in
repeats.
Come with
That's
us,
true.
and you could walk away with great treasure.
I've
That's what
heard
they're
of
gonna
these.
say before they kill us. This is the
Guys,
exact same
wait.
situation we had earlier today.
Wait.
If we
I have
kill
heard
you-
of these guys before, though.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, keep them talking. Keenan, can you get the thing up and running? I can throw a grenade into one of their ships.
I think the speeders totaled, but maybe one of their speeders we could get to.
I got 3 frags left.
How does 40,000 credits sound?
Yeah, how does 100,000 credits sound?
That sounds pretty good.
Explain
it
the
does.
situation, and maybe we'll
us,
come
and
with.
we will explain.
No, explain, and then maybe we'll come with you.
I'm not sure how much bargaining power we have here, guys.
Gonna pretend I do.
Let's just say
Am I in the ship right now? I guess that's my
Yeah,
question.
you are in the
am I
ship.
in like?
Yeah,
Wait, where am I?
Peter.
we will
You're in the
test
ship, yeah.
we will test your ability, and there is a great risk, but also great reward.
So they're gonna enter
You
us
have what
into
it
some kind of
has.
game show for we play for our lives.
No, do I look like somebody who's gonna do well in that?
Do we get to stay as a team?
And he kind of just nods.
Hold on. I need more details. You mentioned money without any physical proof of it. If you throw me 500 credits right now, I'll think about it real hard. But I need that so that I can just verify. Obviously, you could just kill me and take it. But if you're serious about giving us
So
money,
he kind of motions behind him, like with his fingers, for like one of his people under him to come forward, and one of the people's carrying this big black duffel bag. It kind of drops on the ground, and you kind of see the top open, and inside there is quite a pile of credits.
That
I don't
looks like
like
I
a
will
lot
not
more than
hand you the
500.
money unless you earn it. Unless you get Abram's blessing.
Does that ring any bells for me?
I'd say you could do a daunting lore check.
Okay. 2
And
success, 2
it's
threat.
almost
Successes
the
and
same
2
result.
threats. Yeah. So you know what you do know is that Agram is considered a deity. Some worship Agram, and they worship him as a god of blood and spoils, as in like spoils of war.
Sounds like the two of you combined. Spoils and blood.
I'll say you
I-
also know that there's like a sense of fairness involved too.
I think the situation we have at hand is they're giving us a chance to compete to earn money at the risk of our lives.
We're giving you a
And-
chance to come quietly.
And if we say no.
You will play.
So they're giving us an option right now, but there isn't really an option.
I don't think they want us to say no.
hey,
Something
you know
just
what? Can we wait? Hold on. Can I talk about this with my group real quick? Can we like just a small huddle real quick?
No.
Okay, all right, real quick then. I just want to say it. I told you. I told all of you. I told every one of you this morning. We shouldn't have followed the little man. I told you we should have followed the little man, and we followed the little man, and this is where we are right now. We could be somewhere inside of a ship, somewhere safe. And you all wanted to follow the little man who took us to his house and offered us calf and said, "Oh look, you can have some calf. You can sit on my bed. I'm gonna push this button." And now
About
we're
this
here.
time,
These little people.
from the other side, somebody tosses in what looks like a small grenade, but it starts smoking very quickly.
I
gonna
jump
look
out
at
of the
it.
speeder.
I just look at it. I go, "Great, great," and I'm gonna give myself one more strain and lose consciousness.
I jump out of the speeder and I'm just
gonna
like,
use the rest. I'm gonna use the remaining of the Dark Side Destiny tokens to
goodness.
say that everybody slips unconscious.
I was gonna jump out and agree to terms as long as we can stay as a team.
But I want y'all to have more Lights of Destiny tokens.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you.
This is his way of saying, "Hey guys,
You're
you
gonna
need
need this. Yeah.
So
It's the equivalent of opening like a door, but right before the boss fight, and there's a bunch of like ammo and health.
Loot. And,
That's what's
yeah.
happening.
You get all these blessings.
I'll say
and-
Keenan is the last person to fall asleep, and we see kind of the thing with the camera, like the eyes kind of slowly getting fuzzier until the camera like fades to black. We'll be back right after this message about RPG sessions.
Nice.
Well, it's that time. Welcome back to the RPG Sessions segment. I'm just going to remind you guys really quickly that you can go sign up for free at rpgsessions.com. Try out this website completely free. It is the only virtual tabletop made specifically for the Star Wars and Genesys RPG systems. It makes it super easy to track your characters, to do your dice rolls, to do your Destiny tokens, the whole 9 yards, as well as a bunch of extra features and a whole bunch of new features that are still actively in development that are going to be coming really, really soon that I'm excited to share. This whole campaign was made possible by RPG Sessions. We would not be here without them. So if you're enjoying this campaign so far, at least go sign up, give it a try, run one session with it, and I'm sure you'll be hooked as me and my friends were. So once again, go to rpgsessions.com or by using the link down in the description below. Sign up today for completely free and give it a try. Back to episode 5 of Dark Underworld. As you start to wake up, you are sitting in a chair, face against the table. You slowly and groggily wake up, and you see your fellow party members next to and in front of you at a long rectangular table. Along with each other, you spot a good number of other people at the table as well, and one sitting at the far head of the table. A quick head count reveals a total of 21 people. It is a very, very dimly lit room, lit by ornate candles on top of the table. You can't see the outer walls of the room. Everybody's wearing solid white long sleeve shirts and white pants, barefoot, without any accessories or weapons, and all the items that you have are gone.
My God.
There are 5 different color accents found, forming a line down the sleeves, and everyone seems to be sitting next to the groups of their color. You all have red color accents, but you also see a green, blue, violet, and pink teams across the table. Everyone's paired kind of in a 2x2 fashion, so Ragnar and Mott sit across from Shay and Keenan, and similarly for the other groups, and you seem to be at the far end of the table away from whoever's sitting at the head. But that person sitting at the head of the table seems far more distinguished than everybody else. He's a middle-aged human with slick black hair, that signature 1940s mustache, and wearing an all-white suit lined with gold. Welcome, distinguished guests. You have the honor and the privilege to join us for a sacred ritual passed down through the Joni for generations. A game of the greatest reward and consequence. Before we begin, let us say a blessing to our holy protector. And he lifts his arms and looks up. Agram, almighty Agram, our god of blood and spoils from the fallen, proceed over this sacrifice. Bless the spoils of this competition, and may those you deem worthy receive thy prize. He looks back down with a devilish grin. Let the games begin. And you didn't realize it was a hologram, but it kind of flickers off like a hologram and he vanishes.
There were no rules.
Can I roll perception? real quick?
What are you trying to see?
I'm sizing up the other people in the room.
And I will. I want to ask a clarifying question. When you say 21 heads, is that like,
including the hologram guy.
okay?
So
Well,
there's-
so is that like total though, including
there's-
us as well?
Including
Or-
you, there are now 20 people in the room. And it
Okay.
seems that there are
And-
5 teams of 4.
That's what I was about to say. There are 5 teams of 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
What difficulty am I rolling at?
Honestly, you don't even need to roll. You can just like look around.
Okay.
Yeah. None of the teams necessarily like stand out or look like weak. There's maybe a couple people individually who look like they're, weaker or bigger, but it's kind of a wide range of races and male, female, species.
Which one looks the biggest?
Ragro.
Are there any other Twi'leks?
Sure. Yeah, there's one other Twi'lek on the green team.
Which team has the most humans?
I'll say
Yeah.
the purple team. The purple team has 3 humans, and the 4th one on the purple team is a Boston.
So after the
Oh, they all
hologram,
die.
After the hologram disappears, does everybody else seem to go anywhere, get up, do anything?
Everybody kind of
any
seems to be like
indication?
somewhat groggy, but like everybody seems to be very confused, and some of the teams are kind of like starting to mutter to each other. It
Okay.
seems like all the people know each other, like on the teams.
I look at Keenan.
Is there an exit in this room?
You can't see the
It's
outside
okay.
wall from where you're sitting.
I look at Keenan and I go, someone changed my clothing.
Yes.
We're sitting on chairs.
Yes.
I'd like to look at Ragro.
Does this clothing fit me
And say-
properly? I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Oh,
They have it in the Wookiee size. Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful.
It's he looks very uncomfortable in this clothing because he's not used to wearing like actual regular clothes. Just like kind of like a stash
I'm
or
gonna-
something.
I'm
or
gonna
whatever,
be like-
right?
It's kind of sacky, yeah. He does
Yes,
wear
yeah,
pants.
Oh, that's right. I do have that. Sometimes I forget what
we're
the.
at the edge.
You guys are at the far end of the table, so there's no
Yeah.
teams to
Can
your
I-
left.
can I,
When there's
like-
all the teams are like green, and then like pink, then purple, then blue, are like kind of in 2x2.
Can I grab Shay and Keenan's attention and then whisper to Ragro and say, "We get it. We gotta beat the others to this. Remember, this is a competition. We gotta knock them out. Hit the purple team. It's all humans. We can easily get rid of them. And it's one Botham. We got
Are
this."
we allowed
At
to
this
start
time,
now?
a single torch lights the outside edge of the room, and underneath it is a Durasteel door that stands out from the wall and floor, which you can now see are like an old brownish and orangey like colored stone. Above the door, you see a large inscription in Basic that says, "A team is only as strong as the weakest link." And the door opens.
Yeah, I'm like, Ragro, the chair. Give him the chair. Like they're all groggy. Now's the time to strike.
You hear something like a speaker or something from inside the room that just opened up. Please step inside the room.
I don't know if we're supposed to start
Please
yet, Mott.
step inside the room.
What do you mean we're not supposed to start yet? He said those who are worthy get the prize.
Please step inside
This
the
is
room.
it.
They may be groggy, but so am I, Mott.
Keenan will get up from his chair and kind of patting his own clothes too and everything, and then start moving towards the door
I'm with Keenan.
with a look. And I look to everybody else, kind of like,
What type of clothing are we wearing? Like, is it like a two-piece suit or is it like a
My
Would-
one-piece?
would
like,
someone
all
describe
white?
it as
Kind
like
of
a
similar
jumpsuit?
a similar outfit to what they wear in Andor with like the one way out. The prison
that's the
outfit.
first thing that came
Very
out of my
similar.
mind.
It's kind of similar to that, where it's just kind of like a long sleeve white T-shirt, and there's like a colored stripe down the sleeve with just like somewhat comfortable white pants. Also, everybody, if you're wearing armor or padded armor, you need to set it to not
Unequipped.
unequipped or
Unequipped.
something. You also
Did
won't
we
Does that
have.
mean we don't have our comms
train?
either?
Correct.
Did we heal our strain?
Yes, you can heal strain in
Yes.
all wounds,
Oh, and all
Okay.
wounds. Oh.
and all critical injuries.
No. I wanted
Yeah.
to
So
keep at
as
least
you
that.
as you each stand up, you notice that you feel quite well.
Huh.
The best you felt in a couple days.
I motioned to Shay, like, come on, get the others, come in.
She was already like
Please, step inside the
started
room.
walking that way. She's confidently walking that way. she does look over and go, well, at least we got that rest we needed.
This is a last warning. Please step inside the room or be disqualified.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm coming. Gosh.
As
Like, we
Yeah.
missed our chance.
Mott's the last person to step or
Mhm.
fly inside. I don't know how he's traveling.
And fluttering.
But as everybody else steps inside and as Mott flies inside, the people walking notice that the floor changes from like a cool stone to a cold, smooth Durasteel floor. And as Mott flies in, the door closes behind and locks, and a bright luminescent lights come on and light up the entire room. The room is rectangular, and you see 5 doors and nothing else in front of you in the others. In front of each door, there are 5 dots, one of each color, and above each door is a symbol. A pillar, a face, a book, a stag, and a serpent. So like you have door 1,
Oh,
and then
okay.
there's like a red dot, green dot, blue dot, purple dot, pink dot. Door 2, red dot, pink dot, purple dot. You know, like one of each color in front of each door.
Okay.
And when you say in front, is it like actually on the door or like on a sign in front of the door?
It's kind of engraved like above the door is the symbol.
Okay.
And then the dots are like on the floor, like they're like colored, like probably actually it's more like luminescent lights colored onto the floor.
Nothing about our, like, there's 5 groups, right? Like, there's 5 of us.
Yes.
Do our colors coordinate
The
with,
team
like, any of the
colors
symbols
coordinate
or,
with
like...
the colors on the floor.
So it's
Gotcha. Which one do we coordinate?
There's one
Y'all are
color,
red.
so each door has all 5 colors on it. The difference is that each door has a different symbol above it. So
Yeah.
assuming it means that only one of us is supposed to go in each door and the light will go out when we go in.
I'm assuming y'all are having this conversation in character.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So
Gotcha.
about this time, an intercom turns on in the room. Each team must send one team member to a door of their choosing. Only one person from each team may enter any given door. Please find a dot matching the color of your uniform and stand on it. Once you stand on a color, you may not change your game. Failure to comply with these rules or the upcoming challenges will result in immediate execution of your entire team. Thank you.
We're dead.
Repeat.
We're
No,
all
it's
dead.
fine. Repeat the
No,
logos.
we're not. We're not. Mott.
A pillar, a face,
Pillar,
a book,
face.
a stag, and a serpent.
I suggest Keenan go in the face, Ragro go in either the horse or the pillar. I'll go
The
in the
stag.
book.
Well, stag is a male deer.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, stag or pillar.
Which
I-
still, yeah.
We'll go in the book,
Uh,
and you should probably go in the snake
Serpent, yeah.
or the serpent, or I mean, yeah.
I think Ragro should go in the book
Why?
because he took the book.
No, book is going to be based off of intelligence. This has nothing to do with the
I
book
have a
that we're
feeling
holding.
this is not the same book.
I mean, yeah, you never know. I think it could be interesting to see what happens.
Book is based off intelligence. I'm
I
going
don't
in the
want to
book.
see what happens. I want to
I'm
win.
fine.
I want to survive. I will take
I
the stag.
I don't see any reason why those ideas would be out of line. At this point, our knowledge of what's actually going on is very limited.
Exactly. So we have to do it based off of the images. Which, I mean, technically, we could put Mott through the face as well, because I don't know what it means.
Yes.
I think I'd be better fit as a serpent. I would imagine
agree.
that
Yeah,
good
you
face
do-
in our
you-
group might be.
You do seem a little slithery.
I think,
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a snake.
I think the snake and the face
slithery guy.
and the book are very evident. I think what I'm having issue with is which one we should put Ragro through.
I'm fine with
The
either.
pillar. He's firm.
I think it's pillar as
Okay,
well.
that works. I'll go stand by the
Right.
pillar.
I'm going to the book.
Oh, also, real quick, before anyone moves to step on anything, I'd like to watch and wait to see what everyone else does.
Yeah, sure. So
Agreed. Oh, also, real quick, before we separate, because when we come back together, we need to make sure we are who we say we are. We need some kind of code word.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Make sure we are who we say we are. What are you
Any
talking
kind
about?
of deception that happens in the game, we could be interacting with a hologram that isn't actually you.
Sure, yeah, I told you so.
How about this?
That's a
about
great.
this?
That's actually
That's-
a great code word.
Actually, a good idea for once.
I'm okay with that one.
Just you can call me my pirate name, or ask what my pirate name is. I'll tell you
Oh,
my
yes.
pirate name.
Okay. That and I told you so.
Didn't
Yeah.
we all have pirate names?
Yes.
I don't.
No, that's a
What
good
was
point. We
Ragro?
should all be able to remember that. It was yesterday.
It was
We
yesterday.
should all be.
Ragro. Did we just call Ragro?
No, I was.
No,
He was.
he's the
No,
I got the
cannon.
cannon. That's right.
Stop spitting
Okay,
out
I
loud just in
remember
case
now.
someone else hears.
Yeah.
Mott, do
I
a
didn't say it out loud.
So
you know.
you're the
Mott,
cannon.
do
I'm the
uh,
gavel.
do an average perception check, Mott.
Can I too observe the people?
Sure, average perception.
Only one success,
Okay.
but I did get
Yeah,
two
so
advantage.
you notice that one of the humans on the green team, who's very, very strong, he probably looks like he's 6'5" or so, very, very built, could maybe be a bodybuilder in another life. He goes and stands in front of the pillar, and then Shay, you notice that kind of one or two better looking people head towards the face.
So there's also the idea that we could wait until the other teams choose. And since it's an uneven number, since there are more rooms than people on teams, you choose the room that has fewer people standing in front of it. Or we can just go with what we got.
Yeah, so y'all are the last people to actually stand on dots at this point, and around this time, a 30-second timer appears on the wall on the sides.
Which rooms
of
have the
room.
fewest people standing in front of them?
Before we make any
So,
decisions, we would be able to
The
see.
pillar has 3 people currently standing in front of it. The stag has 3 people standing in front of it. The book has 3 people standing in front of it. The snake has 4 people, and the face is 3.
Okay.
Because
So, the face is the only one with one
there's
extra.
4
So
there's
it's-
4 people per team, and there's 5 doors, so they're not all gonna have the
Yeah.
same amount of players.
So I'll
That's
still
why I was.
just go stand by the pillar at this point.
Yeah. The only option is you could change if you wanted to. You'd have to change to the stag. But I think serpent fits better. But I don't know. I'm still going to go stand.
When I look at the stag, what do the people look like? in line at the stag.
They're all
It
just
seems. It actually
males.
seems a little bit more of like a hodgepodge in front of the stag and the serpent. You can't really like. It's hard to kind of tell what kind of people are there.
Before you guys start heading out, Keenan kind of looks at everybody real quick, knowing that the timer's going, and he just says, "The short time I've been with each of you, you all have unique talents. You all have unique
Use them.
skills. I want to see each of you on the other side of this when we're done.
Of course.
Best of luck to you."
I mean, yeah, if we don't do it, we're all dead.
Yeah, exactly. Let's
So-
go.
So I'm gonna go step on the face.
Yep. I'm on the
Pillar.
book.
I guess I'll go step on the serpent. I want to do like an eval, like a psych eval of all the other people who are also at the serpent, but I
Yeah.
can wait until I go into the room.
Okay, that's fine. So the pillar door opens first. Or yeah, it says those in front of the pillar, please step forward. Door opens, and the members of the pillar start walking through. The walls on the side of the room that everybody else is standing in now have like a new screen like projected onto the sides. So there's the door you walked in from behind, the doors on the front, and now on both sides of the room, a projector's turned on, and you can now see the inside of the pillar room. As
you can watch.
Ragro and the others enter the pillar room, you see a total of 5 cages, about 12 feet tall, with thick reinforced Durasteel bars. Attached to the top is a glass box. An intercom chimes with, "This room will be a test of your strength. Please step inside the cage."
There's a little bit of hesitation and like almost a hint of malice in his eye before he like steps in the cage.
As you step inside, the cage swings shut and locks behind you and each other person in their own cages. Top of the cage starts to lower from its 12-foot spot to about a foot above each person's height. It says, "Please hold the platform above your head as we release its locking mechanism."
Okay, I mean he'll
Yeah. Also, while you're here, you don't have to do the threat thing.
okay, good.
The book is not in your possession.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
We were all really close to dying if you had to keep doing that.
After a moment, you hear a click sound, and the weight of the top you're now holding. It's only about 30 pounds. Go ahead and do an easy athletics check. 3
Okay,
successes.
yeah, 3
You're
successes.
holding this thing with like no problem at all. We will now begin. If an individual drops their weight or loses their balance, they will lose this challenge. The challenge will continue until 3 people remain. There's a total of 4, including yourself. You hear the sound of something sifting and pouring onto the top of the cage. Those watching from the other room can see sand being poured into the box, the glass box. As this is pouring, you're still just kind of like holding this, and you can tell it's kind of getting, it's not quite heavy yet, but it's maybe been like 3 or 4 minutes, and it still hasn't like gotten incredibly much heavier yet. Do you want to do anything like while you're still kind of here? Like I'd say because of the 3 successes, you're still doing fine.
Yeah. Who else is in this room with me? What kind of people do they look like?
So there's one person who's a human who looks kind of average build. There's
Beefy muscle man.
there's a beefy muscle man who
The human that went in before you. He's a beefy muscle man.
the big bodybuilding human. And then there seems to be
Hopefully he dies first.
Then there seems to be like a Rhodian that's just kind of sitting, or as Rhodians, there's also like average build. It's been about 10 minutes at this point, and I will say about another 30 pounds of sand have been added into the box. I need everybody to do a average,
Everybody.
an average athletics check. So that's 2 success and 2 threats for 1.
They could have rolled more failures, but you know.
Which one's that guy? Just
that's
the big guy or the
big guy.
Rhodian?
Okay. That makes sense.
Actually, that would have been 3 success and 1 threat, because that should have only been 1 purple at this point. This is the initial. This is for the initial.
He didn't roll for
Oh,
the
that's
first
for the
roll.
first one. Okay.
That guy is
Okay,
doing
come on.
fine. That was the Rhodian, and then the regular
That's
human.
the Rhodian. Okay.
Yeah,
3
the regular
successes
human.
triumph.
Okay, so everybody's still doing fine in this
The
competition.
first initial drop.
Yeah. So now that there's
success and
30 more
advantage.
pounds of weight, everybody do the same thing but average.
We have plenty of the things. I was gonna do this
Do it.
anyways.
Yeah.
You know, we're good. I'm just gonna.
Oh, dude, I would have waited to where it was a little closer.
No, I just want to cinch it. You know, like if an extra opportunity to get.
He's gonna do it again and again.
Exactly. You just wanted to give him more opportunity to hurt us.
Terrible rolls, by the way.
Oof.
Hey, that's good for us.
Means that guy is
Yeah.
woofing.
That's the Rhodian. That one's the
No,
Rhodian.
that's the big guy.
Wow.
No, this is the big guy.
This,
Okay.
yep. Okay.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've learned how to read the dice.
They all failed. That's really
Learned
funny.
How to read.
About the same time,
Yeah.
they kind of crumple under the pressure of the situation, and the top just kind of like falls in. At this point, you see sand start pouring out from the sides, and you hear a locking mechanism of the cage re-click, and the ceiling starts lifting. Please continue into the next room.
Go Ragro!
So everyone else is disqualified, or is that what happened? I'm the only one who's...
You don't know where they went, or where if they're dead. You can't tell.
Gotcha. Okay. So these were like each individual, like, never mind. He'll leave. He'll go.
Yep. Next, the stag door opens up, and all of the NPCs walk in. As the projector on the side of the room changes, you see lots of like 1 foot by 1 foot squares or so lining the floor, and in the middle there's like a larger square. There's actually no audio. I forgot to mention this. There's no audio playing, so you guys can't hear what's going on. But after about 30 seconds or so, you see people step off the center, and the center kind of drops, and you kind of see an abyss below. And every 5 seconds or so, another tile starts disappearing and disappearing and disappearing.
We should have put you on
and
the stag.
disappearing.
It would have been so good.
Wings.
So
Right?
good.
Until eventually one person falls through, and there are 3 people remaining.
Yeah, so I
The
should not have
tiles
gone
kind
on
of like the
stack.
tiles kind of
Okay.
float back up and reset the floor. Those 3 walk out of the room. Next, the book door opens, and everybody walks through. As Shay enters the book room, and with everybody else, you see a large library about 30 feet tall, about 50 by 50 feet is this room. In the middle of the room are 3 stone tablets. Any player who can solve a puzzle on a tablet may continue. Only one person may solve any given tablet. You may use any books here to your advantage.
I go up and look at each tablet.
So 1 is in basic, and the 2 appear to be in foreign languages.
Can I tell what they are?
You can start with a daunting xenology check. This seems to be the harder of the 2 to interpret.
I got 2 success.
2 success. So you recognize one of the tablets as Tritonite, which is kind of a buggy, like, click language. That inscription reads, I soar without wings, I strike without claws. In battle, I dance among the stars. What am I?
Okay.
The 3rd tablet is in basic. Tablet 2 is in a different language. Roll a hard xenology check. And you can take a boost die for this one.
1
Nice.
success, 3 advantage.
Yep. So you recognize the second language as Tigrutin. So the tablet 3 with the one that was in basic says, I wear many faces, but have none of my own. I speak with many voices, but make no sound. I serve both light and dark, yet belong to neither. What am I? And the Tigrutin inscription, tablet 2, says, I'm not alive, yet I have a pulse. I can be guided, but not held. In darkness I bring light, yet I cast no shadow. What am I? So if you solve any one of these, you get to move on. I know the other 3 NPCs that are in here with you, they kind of look, it seems that some of them don't recognize maybe the language or whatever, and so they're now like going off to the books on the side trying to like find out what they can.
She's going to see if there's any Tigrutin books around in the library, and she's going to see if there's any based on of like either like religion or like lore, things like that.
Which tablet are you trying to solve?
The Tigrutin one.
The Tigrutin one?
I can probably answer one, but I don't think she would be able to answer it. So I'm avoiding doing that one.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, do a knowledge, lore, and make it average. 3 successes and 2 advantages. Okay, so, and what kind of book are you looking for exactly?
Tigrutin, having to do with lore, mythology, religion, things like that.
So you find a book on it pretty quickly, though nothing in that book particularly seems like it fit. Like you skim through and you don't see anything that could fit the answer of this description. However, I'll say your 2 advantages is okay. So what do you, Lacey, the player, think that the answer is for this one?
For this one, I don't know. I know tablet 3, but that's because I think you've used it in a different game.
I don't.
Or something similar.
Ooh.
And I got it in that game too, so it doesn't matter. I got it before.
I don't think I've used this before. I don't remember ever doing it, at least. Anyway,
maybe I've run into it somewhere else. I've heard it before, so I know what it is.
I'll say that the 2 advantages is that your brain kind of starts to focus on the line from tablet 2. I bring light, but cast no shadow. You look for a book about Jedi, because in your mind, like, they're kind of a light. Maybe like
light,
a light to the galaxy for thousands of years. So do a knowledge, lore, and I'll say average difficulty.
2 success, 2
and 2
advantage.
advantage. So you managed to flip through a book about Jedi and kind of history of Jedi. It reminds you a little bit of the book that Mott initially found before you discovered its secret with an engineering history and guide to lightsabers. As you scroll through this book, you manage to find a spot that talks about like the Jedi and their weapon. You see a passage that talks about how kyber crystals are not alive, but
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Does it talk about kyber crystals?
Mhm.
Okay, then she thinks she knows the answer. So how is she, like, did they explain how you're supposed to submit an answer?
they didn't like specify.
Okay, she's gonna go up and touch that tablet and be like, I know the answer.
So as you're able to do that.
Okay, does it like glow or any answer to her?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
No, I mean, like, when you go up and touch it, like,
She was waiting for it to say something
It
back
doesn't
before
actually do
she
anything
says
when
the
you touch
answer.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
then she just says kyber crystal.
the tablet just kind of glows like red and then dims back down.
So it's a no,
Correct.
assuming. Okay, then she'll try lightsaber too.
It glows blue.
It goes blue that time.
Yeah, about this time, one of
Okay.
the other people pretty much quickly drops a book and runs over to tablet 3, says, like, Starfighter, and it glows blue as well.
Wait, 3 was Starfighter? You mean
Sorry,
one?
one.
Okay.
All right.
I-
One
That
was
one, I got
Starfighter.
that one too.
Yeah.
I had
Um,
them all, dude.
And
Okay, cool.
It maybe is like
Well,
10 minutes
actually,
of waiting. 10 minutes
one.
of like waiting for the other two to figure out stuff, but eventually one
Oh, God.
kind of like scratches their head, sitting in front of a book, and this is actually the other Twi'lek in green. Kind of scratches their head, and then like all of a sudden in a panic, like drops the book and runs over to the third tablet and says holocron, which it also
Yeah.
glows blue.
I got that one wrong.
I got that one. That was the first one I knew.
The fourth person in the room like really starts like freaking out before stepping over a trap door, which lets out, and this person
Hi.
falls through a trap door.
Wilhelm scream.
Yep.
Yo, I can't lose. If it's just trapdoors to nowhere.
At this point, the other 3 are led through to the next room. And in the next room, you guys are also able to watch kind of similar fashion from the other side. So next, Mott sees the door with the serpent open up,
Let's go, my.
and the people in front of him start walking through.
Oh, great. Can I do that real quick perception check on everyone else? I just want to see who looks like he's most mentally capable and who looks like they're the weakest mentally.
Ouch.
I'm gonna say do a streetwise check and make it hard.
Ooh, 6 successes and 1 triumph, baby. Let's
Yeah.
go.
So as you are walking through this room, this is the only game that has every
Gee.
spot filled. You can read the other 4 players like a book. So there is a Weequay, a Rhodian, there's a human, you, and last but not least, there is a Bith, which is like the Cantina band. So you're able to see like the Weequay and the Rhodian seem to kind of have their cool, whereas the human and the Bith, after seeing, some of their teammates, the humans on the green team, is maybe a little calm after seeing, her Twi'lek in the book room make it through, but also lost a teammate in the pillar room. He's a little frazzled, and the Bith is very frazzled. But as you enter the room, you see 5 boxes sitting on a table at the edge of the room. Before you, there are 5 boxes. Inside 3 are a deactivated green light, and the other 2 have deactivated red lights. Each person must choose a box. Once a box is opened, the light turns on. You must then announce or lie about what is in the box and head to the back of the line. If you open a box with a lit red light, you will be eliminated from the game. If you open a box with a lit green light, you may proceed. The order is as follows: pink, red, green, blue, and violet. The Weequay is first, and he walks up to the boxes are kind of like in where like there's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like all side by side. He walks up to box number 2, glances inside. He kind of closes it and turns around, and he says, "Heh, it's a red light." Mott, would you like to do a vigilance check to see if he's lying?
Could I use my triumph beforehand?
For what?
To read him.
Well, yeah, I mean, ideally, but I wasn't sure if it was a little too late to do that. But yeah, sure. Ideally, I'd like to be able to just kind of like get a vibe on him and be like, does he seem like he's like fibbing here? Like, I know he's chill. I know he's one of the most chill ones in the group, right? Between him and the Rhodian, they're both very chill.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost more beneficial for me to like, who goes after me?
After you is going to be the human.
Yeah, it's almost more beneficial for me to like try to intimidate the human. But if I can like get the right box right off the bat and know what I'm opening.
Also, the triumph is you won't have the roll deception. You can kind of read him for this one. He turns around and says, "It's a red light," and you perceive that he is telling the truth. He goes back to the
Okay.
back of the line.
Now I open a box.
You do. You have you can choose 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And the weak way just went to box 2.
So I guess we're opening the boxes right now, right? I'm just trying to
Okay, so
understand
the way it works
mechanics.
is so inside of each one there is a light. When you the first person to peek inside the box turns on the light. The second person to peek inside the box gets whatever the light is, color-wise. The first person to open the box, if they see a green light, they have to announce whether they saw a green light or red light or try to lie about it. And if somebody else doesn't believe them or does believe them, they can open that and claim the green light. But like the second person to open the box gets the consequences of the box.
Oh,
makes sense, yeah.
okay. But so there's only 5 boxes?
There's 5 boxes.
And there's 5
5
of us?
boxes, 3 of which will have green lights and 2 of which will have red lights. So
Yeah,
2 people
so
are getting
currently
knocked
1
out.
red light. I should just put a red light in there and say it's green, and regardless, I win. Because regardless, somebody else, either what? Here's what happens then. Either
Well, you don't know what you're opening.
Sorry.
You have to open another box, or you can choose to open the box that was just opened. If you open a new box,
yeah, but if I open another box, I make a red box, right?
you can say whatever you want. You don't get to choose what the light
yeah,
is.
but I can open. Oh, I don't get to
Mm-mm.
choose the
The
light.
light is
I
already
thought-
in
oh,
there.
I thought I
No,
could turn the light
they
on.
have lights inside of them
Oh, okay.
already.
I was like, oh, it's easy.
Yeah, the sequence has already been generated.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'll open box number
Box
1.
number 1. You go inside,
Yeah.
and it is a green light. What do you say? So you put it on, and then the light then turns on. So now you have to announce.
You're telling the others what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to lie. I'm going to attempt to deceive everyone else and say green.
But it is
You're trying
is
to tell
green,
the
but
truth
I
in
want
a
them to think I'm
lying way
lying.
to make people think that you're lying about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay. Which is still a form of deception. So I'm gonna say roll
Yes.
deception versus a red and 2 purple, and it's a rather complex lie you're trying to tell here or give off here. So roll.
I probably should have used one of those light side things. 5 successes
you
and
don't
1
need
threat.
it.
So you managed to convince everybody but one person.
Can I kind of tell who's like, or I'm just not sure.
I'll say that it's the Bith is like kind of question like senses something up, but he's last in line besides the weak way. Like for round
Okay.
1, he's last in line.
Yeah, so I go back in the end of the thing and I'm like, all right.
Let's speed this up. I got
I'd like to pat the human on the shoulder and be like, hey, don't worry, buddy. We're all getting out of this one in body bags.
So you said it's definitely a green light, but trying to do it in a lying way. You fooled everybody
Oh
else.
yeah, I want people to think I'm a liar.
Right. Okay.
Because everyone's gonna
Right.
assume that you're good at lying.
Rhodian.
So the goal is to make
Right.
them
It's like
think-
the whole never mess with the Sicilian when death is on the line, where you're like double and triple bluffing.
Yeah.
It's a battle of wits. That's literally
The
what
Rhodian,
this is.
the Rhodian's gonna walk up to box number 5, and he's going to peek in it, and he's gonna turn around and say, "It's green." Would you like to perceive what he's saying as well?
yeah. Is that perception?
It would
Or
be
streetwise,
vigilance
was that right?
versus I'm gonna say 3 purple. 0 success.
0
You cannot
success.
tell whether or not he's lying.
That's the human in box 5.
Correct. Next up, the human is going to go up to box number 2 and select it. He walks up, looks inside the box. You kind of hear like a dank ferret, and then like the trapdoor opens underneath and he falls through.
I look at the weak way and I'm like, you lied?
But next up, the Bith is going to go next, and the Bith walks. He didn't fully trust you, so he's walking up the box 1, and he's going to open it up, to which it's green. It says, "Congratulations! Please step to the side."
Here's your arch nemesis.
Told you, I'm not a liar. Unlike some people here.
Yeah,
I'd like to roll charm.
sure,
See if I can make the other people who are still here kind of like me a little bit more.
sure. Do a daunting charm check.
I will use a light side point for that one.
Oh my god.
Oh,
1 success, 2 threats, and a triumph, baby! Let's go!
So,
Nice.
you get the weak way and Rhodian both to like be like, maybe despite the circumstances, this guy is probably pretty all right. However, they still seem like they like you a bit, but they still don't really trust you.
Can I hold on to that triumph for the next time I open a box? Or can the triumph be that like I'm aware that like the weak way and the Rhodian both are like, yeah, he seems decent
Yeah.
enough, and like they don't view me currently as a threat.
Sure, yeah, we can do that.
Like they view me as a like everyone here is like kind of like fighting against each other, but it's like, oh, he's the guy who like gave the right answer. Like
Yeah.
maybe he's not so bad.
At this point, there are 3 people left, and boxes 3, 4, and 5 remain. The Weequay is going to go first. He's going to go up to box number 2. He's going to open it up.
3, 4, and 5.
Sorry, sorry, it's box 4 at this point. Sorry. He's going to go to box 4 and open it up. He's going to turn around and he's going to say, "Box is green." Would you like to see if he's lying?
No, I'm not gonna roll for it. I feel good. I'm gonna look at him like, "I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you. I'll open the next one." And I'm gonna open another box.
Sure. So of
gonna
the
open
ones that
box-
have not been opened yet, number 3 has never been opened.
I thought 5 hadn't been opened.
No,
yet.
5 was
Five
opened
was the
by-
one that you weren't sure if he lied about it or not.
He said
yeah.
it was green, right?
Wait, what was 5? What was claimed green? That was it.
Yeah, he claimed green.
Yeah, so I'll look in box 3.
Sure. You open up box 3 and it is also green.
Plus the unknown one. Yeah.
And I'm gonna look at everyone and be like, "It's red." And I'm gonna attempt to deceive.
Sure. Roll deception, and I'm gonna say against 3 purple.
0 successes, but I get an advantage, and that's what matters.
Buddy.
So you don't manage
Hey,
to convince
buddy.
either of them, but what do you want to use your advantage for?
Nothing. I think I'm good right now. I think we're gonna hold it.
I don't know if you give yourself a boost die.
The Rhodian is going to walk up to box number 5 and open it, to which the comm comes on. "Congratulations. Please step to the side."
Alright, so now I know where all the ones are. And also have no control over where they move.
Yeah.
So the Weequay goes next.
I don't go next. The Weequay goes
The
next.
Weequay goes next and walks up to box number 3 and opens it up. Then the light comes on. "Congratulations. Please step to the side." Everybody's led into another room, of which you are left alone in this room.
Oh, I don't fall through the hole?
Because you didn't open the bad box. There are no green boxes left. You're just
Okay.
kind of like sit in this room and you're expecting something to happen, but nothing actually really happens for a little bit. After about this point, the door for the face opens up.
Okay. Cool. We're just like, yeah.
And as Keenan enters the room, there's nothing here but another door on the other side and a mirror lining one wall. Behind the one-way mirror is a group of Joni watching the games. You must convince them why they should choose you to continue. Only 3 people may proceed. And so you look and there are 3 other people in this room with you. You all kind of look like only one person. Oh, one person's not making it out of here. One person immediately starts begging, "Please, please, let me out. I cannot die in here." And the other one goes,
Keenan
"Shut up. You're making a fool of yourself."
Keenan doesn't even like look at him. He feels like he's superior already. From anybody else in this room, and he'll just kind of look at each other, or look at the other contestants, and just wants to kind of humor himself by seeing one of them go first.
Sure. Do you say anything to them, or just like you just sit back and watch?
Oh, I'm just gonna kind of sit back and watch. He already feels like he's
Yeah,
already
he's
won.
gagged.
So
Yeah.
the female Bothan walks up and is pretty much the one like begging, like, "Please, please let me out of here. I don't want to die. I don't want to die." And like she's just kind of repeating this over and over, and eventually a chirp beeps on the intercom. "Your time is up. Please step back and let another person make their case."
I'll let another one go.
Sure. So the other one that told the Bothan chick to be like, "Shut up," is going to. Well, actually, first I'm going to roll for Bothan. It's just failure in one thread. Not failure in one thread, but it's really just failure in one thread. So next up, the other guy goes, and this guy's a Trandoshan, and he says, "Look, you guys want a fun game, right? You guys want me to make it to the next round. You see these bad boys? See these guns right here? Yeah, I'll put up a good fight. I'll make the show good. You'll enjoy watching. Just trust me." A few seconds later, you hear a ding. "Please head to the side of the room. You have been voted to continue." All that's left is Keenan and another very well-dressed, well-mannered, and looking individual. And he kind of looks over at Keenan like, "Well, go on. Give it your best shot."
Oh, for me. Oh, why don't you go? I would love to see your approach.
"You won't see me groveling."
No, you won't. And with that, Keenan just kind of steps forward and goes over to the mirror.
Gets
Feeling
distracted by
regal,
his
even
own
though he's
charming good
wearing
looks.
these white kind of jumpsuit type clothes. He looks in the mirror and just says, "I don't know you. I can't see you on the other side." And again, who is he? Who'd they say was on the other side of this mirror?
Other Joni.
Other Joni?
Mhm.
I'm
You
not
might
sure
not-
what that means.
It's a woman's name.
It's either like a name of a people or a race. Did Chase say the name of the people in the white armor earlier out loud?
No, she didn't.
No. Okay. In that case,
Can I-
you can do
Yeah, can I-
you try to roll to see if you know who they are. It's
Sure.
a daunting core worlds check. Failure in
Yeah.
one threat. You have no idea who the Joni are or what that means. And yeah, I'll just let that be the.
Anything with that threat?
So take a strain. It's kind of a stressful situation, but you're definitely not letting it on.
I step up to the mirror and say, I don't know who's behind this mirror. I don't know who is behind this whole game. I will say, though, you'll want me to continue. You'll want me because of who I am and what I can offer as entertainment, as example, as ratings. Whatever it is you want, I'll be able to give it to you.
Roll charm. Hard with. Yeah, just hard. Hard charm.
Okay, I'm gonna flip one of those destiny points.
3 successes and 2 threats. It takes a second, and you don't initially hear anything come on through the intercom, similarly to the first person. But after like the other posh looking individual kind of looks over and you be like, "My turn," and he kind of takes a step forward. But at about that time, it goes, "Ding! Please take a step to the side of the room. You have been selected to continue."
Nice.
And it's
And
talking
that was
to
for Keenan?
Yeah, that was for
Okay.
Keenan. And like it kind of like
Um,
both look at each other. Yeah, you and the other like confused, like. Who is it talking about? And it'll say, "Player red, please step to the side."
And I look at this other gentleman and slap him on the back and say, see you next round.
Indubitably. He steps forward and he's like,
Oh, no. We're gonna hate this guy.
"Who do you
aren't
want?
we?
Who do you want in the next game? Me or this groveling pig?" That's all I'll say. And he kind of like steps over towards the side of the room, and you also hear a ding. Please continue.
And he has a point.
So at this point, Keenan and the other 3 are led to the next room, and you walk inside and see the other victors. About 3 minutes later, everybody's just kind of standing around and waiting. What do you guys say, like while you're standing
Where's
there?
Mott?
Yeah.
Did he not
yeah.
make it?
Ragro just sighs, or whatever the Wookiee equivalent of a sigh is.
At this point, you hear the Toydarian walking through like a different entrance than everybody else. You hear his gruff voice being loud as he's walking through this tunnel.
I told them we shouldn't have done this. We shouldn't have talked to that stupid little guy. We shouldn't have gone there. All I wanted to do was hide out someplace safe, but no, we needed parts for a ship we never even got.
And you
He
turn
sounds
around and yeah. You see him like walking out with the other people who actually lost, even the people who like were seemingly maybe crushed by the box, people who fell through each other trapdoors. All the losers kind of walk in at the same time. But there are once again, about this time, you notice that there are dots on the floor. But this time there are 5 dots total, 1 of each color. Please stand on your team's color. And after a moment, all of the other team members start to stand near their color.
I do
I
as I'm
guess-
told.
Oh, well, look who it is.
Oh, look, you're alive.
Yeah, I just sat in the room for a while. What'd you do?
Win.
Yeah.
I see that. Don't worry, I've got an idea. Next time, I'll just throw the chance cubes, and I'll go in whatever room they tell me to
After
go.
a moment, the speaker chimes back on. Teams Pink and Violet, you each had the most members fail. And immediately the door, like the floor is underneath, trap door open, and they fall on some sharp metal spikes, killing them instantly.
So they kept him alive to kill them. That doesn't look fun.
Ah.
Yeah, there appeared to be 2 members that failed on Team Pink and 2 members that failed on Team Violet.
Well, that's 2 fewer teams that we have to deal with.
Not my fault.
You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to leave that guy alone. I wanted to stay in the shipyard. I wanted to sit in there.
Mott,
That's what I
Mott,
want.
look at me. Look, we all know you were right. We were wrong. Let's move
Yes.
forward. Got it?
Please walk into the next room.
None
each
of this was
team
my
walk
decision.
through the door next to you. And the doors next to each person open up.
You're not going to be mad when we win and we get a bunch of credits.
Oh, I will be mad. I will still be mad.
Fine, then I'll take your
We
credits.
could have gotten it. I could be a pirate captain right now.
I highly doubt that.
We could have gone back to that pirate ship. I could have gotten on board the pirate ship, and I could be. Stop pushing.
It was definitely Ragro pushing.
Yes.
Yeah. As
Chase is
as you
struggling.
enter into the next room, it is again about 50 feet by 50 feet. You notice that there's one square on the ground, kind of towards the middle of the room, and there's a very large door straight ahead that's maybe 15 feet tall by 10 feet wide with metal bars in front of it. And the intercom comes on and says, the first 2 teams to reach the trophy win this challenge. There's no trophy in this room. Does anybody want to do a perception check?
Yes.
That would be the
Yeah.
guy, our
Yeah.
certified little guy.
Do an easy perception check.
Can I help out and just have one check or
Oh, I was doing my own check too.
Oh, I mean,
Oh.
that too.
Okay,
I
well, if you
guess.
succeed, then Shay can spot it then. So
Oh, okay.
Shay looks around for whatever trophy this thing is talking about, but notices that on the square in the middle of the floor, there is a picture of a pillar.
Okay, I point
Are there
my
any other
team out
pictures?
to it.
Should I look around to ask, or can I just ask?
It can are there other pictures? Are there other things to see?
No, that's literally the only thing in this room.
Okay, can you explain the room to me again? Because I was listening, but
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
a
comprehend
giant
it.
Go
50 by
stand on the
50
pillar.
foot room. It's
Uh-huh.
very like white and shiny looking. Very like controlled environment kind of thing. There's bright white lights lighting the entire room. There is a single 8 foot by 8 foot square panel dead center of the room that has a pillar symbol on it. And
Okay.
straight ahead on the far side of where you came in, there is a 15 feet tall, 10 foot wide door that has metal bars in front of it.
Hey, Ragro, go stand on the pillar.
Yeah, he upon being told, he just immediately goes to stand by the pillar symbol. No reason not to yet.
Yeah, so you step on the pillar, and immediately the metal bars that were in front of the door just fall and drop, and slowly what looked like a door is actually like the entire wall moving upwards, slowly revealing a rather long tunnel, maybe like 100 yards, so like 100 meters or so, and you can see another room on the far side of the wall. You're like on the other
Ragro,
side
get
of
off
the tunnel,
the-
on the other
get
side of
off
the
it, get
tunnel,
off it.
you can see a.
Get off it, Ragro.
I can
Just
see
Ragger
what.
step off.
You were describing something. I want to hear the description.
On the other side of this, like, you see another room on the far side of this tunnel.
Okay, so there is another room.
I'm
If
going
I-
that way.
If I step off, does this?
So as you step off, the bars immediately come back up, and the floor and the ceiling / wall starts to close back down again. And
Gotcha.
it's solid, so it's like the whole ceiling. So if somebody's underneath it, like, they will be
Yeah.
crushed.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
There's another team here, right?
They're presumably in another room.
Oh, I
No,
thought we
you
were
were the
all
only
in the
team
Yeah, I
in
did
room.
this
too.
specific
I did
room.
Okay,
too.
gotcha. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll,
okay.
seeing as
Yes.
nobody else is in this room other than us, I'll step back on the platform and then ready myself to book it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly forward. There's no reason not to. at
I'm
this
gonna go
point.
down the tunnel. I was like, Ragro, just don't let it crush us.
Well, I mean, that also makes sense, I guess, too. I mean, if we have someone near the button, that's all that necessarily matters, I guess, right? But it is the pillar icon, so...
Yeah.
Presumably, it's gotta be you, big guy. We'll tell you when it's time for you to get off.
Okay.
Just
so
don't let it crush us.
Mott and Shay start moving through the tunnel.
Yeah.
So you start walking through, and after you get about halfway through, you take a step, and there's like no discernible markings or anything, but you take a step, and the entire floor like lights up red. At which point there is a door that opens up in the room where Ragger is at, and out steps a massive droid.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, so it's just her stepping on it, right?
Correct.
So she steps on somewhere on the floor all of a sudden, and we notice kind of like maybe mid-run that the floor has turned red.
So after about halfway through the tunnel, Shay takes a step, and the entire back half of this tunnel, like in the direction that you're walking, like lights up red.
Okay.
And you
The
hear,
direction we're
I also
coming
you hear
from, or
like
the
a
direction we're heading
Heading towards, I'm assuming.
and the door.
Yeah. Is it
next to
the
Ragger.
direction we're going?
It's the direction you're going in.
Okay.
Okay.
is
Yep.
this
Do we go
big
back? Or do we
droid-
keep going?
Big
is this
droid.
big
is-
droid moving
you'll-
into the
I mean,
yeah,
if-
so it's kind of like activating and turning on at this point.
I believe Ragro's voice should be able to carry him screaming, "Hey guys, get back here!"
yeah
Yeah. Okay. I'll
Yeah. Yeah.
I will move out of the red portion and see if it does anything.
It doesn't seem to do anything.
I don't hesitate. I just start running
You
back
guys are
towards
also
Ragro.
you guys are also 50 yards or 50 meters or whatever away from Ragro at this point. Like, you're halfway through this tunnel. And I'll say that as you step
Can I see any more of the
through,
room?
you can definitely see there's another room like ahead.
Can we make out what's in that room?
All you can tell is that there seem to be like 2 elevated platforms kind of towards the middle of the room. So if it's very similar, instead of having a square in the middle, there seem to be like on either side, like there's 2 elevated platforms. You can't tell exactly how tall they are at this distance, but you can see kind of there's like walls.
I moved towards Ragro, so he called us. You called us back,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, I have no reason not to trust you, so I'm just like fluttering back.
I
to you.
said it.
And
She didn't hesitate. She ran back to him.
Well,
Yeah.
and Keenan's been standing at the entrance, and I yell back down to you guys too in the tunnel.
Sure. So this massive droid starts moving towards the square in the middle. Everybody.
How big is it?
Massive.
It's about as big as. I'd say it's like 7'5".
Does
And
it
it's
appear to have
pretty big,
weapons?
beefy looking droid.
That's a good question. Does it appear to have weapons?
No, but nobody has weapons.
I meant the droid, but yeah.
But yeah.
It doesn't appear to. No.
I'm gonna run in.
Well, first
And
off, it's y'all are a little bit of ways away. So first, I need
Okay.
Keenan and Ragro to roll cool.
Oh, is this an
Is that what we're
initiative?
doing?
It is initiative, yes.
Yeah.
A cool
And
initiative.
cool. I mean, I'm not complaining because cool is my better one. But
It's not. for
were
me.
were we planning on this?
Here was your guard up for like anything can happen.
I don't think Ragros was. That's all I'm saying.
Are you sure you don't want
think
to
it's kind of a
just
surprise.
roll vigilance?
Ragro would prefer to roll vigilance, honestly. I don't know. Ragro's expecting to hold something heavy. Like, I don't know.
That's fair. Sure. I mean, if you guys were really not expecting to have to fight something, you can roll vigilance.
I wasn't expecting to fight anything in that room.
1 success, 2 advantage.
You're able to make out a little like number, a little letter tag on the front of it, like as its designation, and it's SU-MO. Now this
Okay.
thing is going to roll.
I think.
I see
Yeah.
what you did there.
Funny.
It's good old Sunday, Missouri.
Who wants to go first?
So is it like
Missouri.
in the area with the pillar symbol?
No, it's still
Okay.
it's still on the edge of the wall. It hasn't moved forward yet.
Okay, gotcha.
Let me, Ragro, let me go first, and I'll run to you and take your place, and then you can
Okay.
go and do something.
See, I'm worried that what I'm thinking he would do is not the right answer. But
That's okay.
He's gonna go
That's
do
okay.
it.
We can
Yeah,
lose.
he's
We're allowed to lose sometimes.
sometimes, but this is a conscious decision that Noah is making that might lose us, as opposed to just flubbing a roll. Anyways,
What are you gonna
He's
do?
gonna do what Ragro would do.
yeah, he's running up to it. He's gonna because it looks threatening, at the very least, right?
So
So he's gonna
Keenan's move was getting into the square, and now
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he's in
yeah.
the square, you're gonna move forward.
So
Yes.
I move over to Ragro and kind of step on the square and push him forward and say, "Go get him, big guy." I think that's what Mott would say.
Yeah, and so he like kind of nods
Yes.
at that and starts rushing towards it.
Yeah. So it would be getting to engage. Are you trying to get into engage range with it? Because I think that take 2 maneuvers.
Right,
To go from
yeah, that's fine.
go from medium
take
to
two
short,
strain.
short to engage.
I can take the 2 strain for that. That's easy. For
Okay.
now.
So what are you doing once you reach it?
Honestly, I think after like sizing it up as I'm like running towards it, I'm probably thinking he would like recognizing he has no like weaponry.
Yep.
He's gonna try and like kind of lunge at it to try and knock it over.
Sure. It's going to be
If
an
it's, like,
opposed
bipedal and
athletics check.
humanoid looking.
Yep. It's
right?
going to be an
Yeah.
opposed athletics check.
Okay.
So-
and I'm gonna upgrade.
Okay. It's athletics versus 2 reds and 2 purple.
2 reds and 2 purple. Yep, that is the same flipping
So
roll.
it's a 50-50 roll right here.
No.
1 failure,
no,
1 advantage.
Wrong.
Okay, so you managed to lunge at this thing, and it doesn't really move. Like it kind of just it sees you coming, and it's kind of planting. Its feet are still kind of planted.
Braced for impact.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
What do you want to do? Spend your advantage on? Heal that one of the strain. You just
Yeah, that'd be nice. Get rid of
okay. Sounds good. So you kind of like take a moment after you like lunge on this thing, and now you're kind of like on top of it. Are you gonna like stay on kind of like on it, or are you going to?
Yeah, I'm trying to like keep it from like just hinder its movement for the most part at this point.
This thing is going to attempt to like pull you and throw you off of it,
Okay.
which again is going to be another opposed athletics check, and it's going to upgrade
but
one of its
it's-
rolls.
Okay, that's fine.
You can, if you were going to do it an upgrade as well, you can give it a negative upgrade. Its roll.
Yeah, I'll give it a negative upgrade. upgrade.
Okay.
It'll have a negative upgrade. There you go. We'll just flip.
5 successes, 4 threats, but it rolled 1
Oh.
despair.
It got a despair though, and 4 threats,
Wow.
and 4 threats.
Good.
Those
Four
are the,
threats.
those are the
Right.
Those are the big ones.
It manages to throw so it kind of pulls Ragro and it throws you kind of towards the corner of the room. However,
Can I may I make a suggestion?
sure.
Can I snag a large panel off of it as it's throwing me off, or something to expose some inner components, something like that?
So the reason why this thing's also so tough and beefy is that it's double reinforced. So you can
Okay. So
you can
no.
pull
Can you
off
take the
you can,
first
you, can,
layer
you, can,
off?
you can take a layer. You can take a layer off. kind of
Okay.
thing.
Sure. Well, we'll take a layer off then.
Yeah. You managed to
there's just,
grab
a
onto an
layer-
open. You
Oh.
managed to grab onto an open wound, and it kind of its back doesn't seem as reinforced anymore as the rest of its body.
And can I also pick up that panel? And now I have a weapon.
Sure.
Or at least a
It's
shield.
an improvised. It's an improvised weapon. So
Okay. How do improvised weapons work again?
So an improvised weapon it's a melee check, automatic +1 threat, a crit rating of 5, and if you roll 2 threat or 1 despair, the weapon breaks. And I'll say this
Wait,
thing
so
is
it was
this thing
melee? you
is
said?
I'm gonna say it's heavy, so it's cumbersome 4,
Okay. Yeah.
but it does
There's
3
nothing for a
damage.
Wookiee.
3 damage plus Perone.
Okay. So
While you do
Quality.
that, Keenan.
Yes.
And I'll say at this point, if Shay and Mott want to show back up, they can.
Yes, we do. I mean, at least I do.
I would like to know, when Ragro got off, did the stuff, did the wall come
Because
down?
Keenan took his place.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just wondering if it was specifically Ragro, or if it just didn't matter. Well, it had to be one of us.
I mean, this is a really big droid, so I think it's more of a hint kind of thing, fighting chance kind of hint.
Can I yell at the droid and ask what its directive is?
It does not respond. But yeah,
So-
roll initiative, and I'll say at this point you've had time to prepare while running, so you can roll cool if you want.
Do we see?
At this point, I'm imagining you guys made it to the entrance of the tunnel, or
Okay.
so. I mean, maybe not, but I'll be nice about it. I'm not gonna be super. There was 150
sprinting.
meters, and that
Someone-
is an extreme range.
Someone was in danger. We were sprinting.
Guys, I don't really think I'm gonna be super helpful here, but there's another room. Do you want me to scout it out?
Yeah, and what are the platforms? Nate, you were saying something about some platforms.
Yeah,
or
they
something?
could see
in the other
they could
room.
see 2 spots in the room, kind of where it was elevated, but they couldn't see a lot of details about it.
Yeah, there's 2 spots that are kind of elevated, but I couldn't really make out enough. So if you want,
Yes.
I can just go down there.
Yes, go check it out, Mott.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
All right, goodbye. Good luck, Ragro. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Wookiee roar in response.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
gonna try. Do I get a move before the restart of the round or not?
Yeah, you do.
I'm
I'll
gonna
remove Mott
try-
since he's leaving the combat
Well, I mean,
area.
it is the
Yeah.
start of the round at this point. Then.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yes,
can
you can go.
try to get close to the thing, but behind it?
Yeah, that'll take 2 maneuvers.
I'm just gonna start my way that way.
Okay, so which PC would like to go next?
I'm guessing we want to prevent this thing from. Yeah. So I'll go next.
Well, Could
Let's
unless
protect
unless you have an
Wookiee.
idea.
could Ragro push the bot onto this? Well, no.
Yeah, but how do you get it to stay?
That's the problem. Yeah.
We can get
turn it off.
Goal.
That's
get it
that's
there.
the goal.
We gotta rip
Oh,
it back off so that I
oh.
can turn it off.
Yeah.
Till then, stay still, pretty boy.
Well,
Yep.
so yeah, does me staying on here do anything? Or if I
think
step
it's
off?
door open.
You keeping you stepping up, because remember when somebody stepped off earlier, the bars kind of went
Into
up.
the
and-
room
You're
that Mott just
keeping
went?
Mott from being squished.
Oh, okay. I was thinking I was.
He went back
keeping
down that
You
hallway.
guys from being squished in the tunnel.
Yeah, he just went back
Well,
down
yeah,
the
you went
tunnel
back
towards
in
the other
tunnel.
room.
Yeah.
I'll just stand here.
Yeah. Stand there and be pretty.
So Mott just went back down the tunnel towards the other
I'm
room
the
to look
trophy.
at the information to figure out what we need to do in the other room. So you need to stay there so that we can keep the hallway open and Mott doesn't get squished. Does that make sense?
I'm not sure, but go ahead. Just I'll stay on here until you guys
Yes.
tell me to stop.
Okay. So
Okay,
Ragnar,
In
what
any
is Ragnar doing?
case, Ragro is going to use this fun new improvised weapon and swing at the exposed spot that he pulled it off of. So we're going to suffer a strain to upgrade it by 1 with frenzied attack. And this is just a melee attack, so it's average difficulty. And then roll 2 successes. and
Two
I
success.
deal
Woo-hoo.
an additional
2 plus
point
the
of
6.
damage from feral strength, so that is a total of 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
Well,
Yes.
plus
So
your 2
you
successes.
hit this thing
Plus your 2
and you
successes.
put this like
Oh, plus
really
the 2 successes, yes. So 10 damage.
so 10 damage. Okay. So you
Yes.
you hit this giant droid. I'll say yeah. You put a slightly bigger dent in that back panel
Okay.
area.
Hey, we take
A
those.
slightly
That's
bigger
good.
dead.
That's
yeah.
good.
Slightly
Um,
bigger is better than slightly.
Yes. I was gonna ask, like, would it be? It wouldn't. It would be more of an action to try and like grab it as well as instead of a maneuver. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to move forward towards Keenan.
No,
It kind
bad
of
droid, down.
So it kind of steps forward and then steps forward again onto the square with Keenan, and then its turn ends. First PC to go. Who'd like to go? And I say at the end of this round is when Mott reaches the other room.
I'm gonna
Yay.
hop, skip, and a jump and try to climb onto the back of the thing.
Okay. Do a. What are you trying to do when you climb onto the back of it?
I'm trying to see if there's any way to get that panel off mechanically that I can kind of
The
try
other
to.
panel
if-
all the way.
Okay.
yeah,
Roll.
I'm trying to expose.
Roll a hard coordination check.
0 successes.
So you try to climb on, but the way this thing is kind of moving, it doesn't let you climb onto the back of it.
From what I can see, do I think that this is even a fruitful idea, or do I think I have no chance?
You probably wouldn't be able to remove it. Ragra might be able to with a good hit or a good pull.
Do I see any like weaknesses in its like joints or anything that I can direct Ragro to, like, hey, go for the knee? Like,
The whole thing
hip,
seems
the hip.
pretty reinforced.
It's allergic
Okay.
to peanuts.
yeah, so there's nothing I can see like mechanically that I can help with.
Right. At least not without tools
All right.
or your fusion cutter.
Yeah.
I can't do anything till you get inside, big guy.
All right. I guess it's the big guy's turn. I guess we're gonna have to try and jump on the back of it again and do
You should
a
try to rip off the back
You're
panel.
on my page.
trying to try and rip off the other back panel.
I'm going to
Yeah.
say athletics.
Opposed
Because you're
again.
kind of grappling it. I'm going to say it's opposed again.
Okay. Again, it's 2 red, 2 purple. You said.
Yeah.
use the thing. Use the thing.
Yeah, I'm using a thing. Don't worry. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna roll a triumph. I swear.
Yeah, you are. Let's do this.
That wasn't
Oh.
a triumph.
0 success and 1
Wow.
advantage.
What the heck, man?
You got an
Well,
advantage, though.
what would you like to use your advantage on?
Oh, see, I feel like just a boost die to the next player is not gonna
Yeah.
be. I mean, unless
You can have a
Keenan
boost
can do
die to
something
your
helpful with
you
boost
can
die.
either have a boost die to your next roll, or you can start getting Angry Wookie, which is actually calming you a little bit for heal a strain.
I will take
Boost
the boost
yourself.
die.
Yeah.
I'll take the boost die next. Yeah.
Okay. And then is Keenan doing anything on his turn?
Back beast back.
At this point, Shay and Ragger are also in the square because they were coming up to it.
Are they all
Yeah, why are you
engaged
trying
with
to-
me?
They're on the other side of the robot or the droid. So
Would they
you're
be
all engaged
considered
with the
engaged
robot
with
at
me?
this point. Yeah, you're all engaged with the robot, but they're on the other side of the robot. So they're like
So
maybe
we're
3
just
or
in
4 feet away
short
from you.
within each other, but
Well,
Yeah.
Keenan starts to say, don't give up, Ragro, Shay. You've got this. You can do this. And he's gonna do an inspiring rhetoric action.
Ooh.
So
When you
I'm
think
gonna
there's
do that.
nothing else, you forgot that there's leadership things.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
One failure, 2 advantages. Shay can heal, or Shay doesn't have strain.
I have 2 strain.
You make
But-
yourself feel a little bit better with that speech, so heal yourself of 1 strain. How about
Actually, I
that?
want to do something else.
Or
with
unless you
those two
use your
advantages.
advantage if you want.
Yeah, I would love to give that those 2 advantages as a boost to Ragro,
Sure.
just on his next check to hopefully,
Make it so he can do it.
Maybe I'm not inspiring to him, but maybe he's thinking I'm pretty pathetic, and so he's gonna double down
Save
on
the
trying to.
squishy
Yeah,
human.
that's probably more along the lines. I'm doing all the work here. Like, why aren't you? Yeah.
Exactly.
Poor buddy. I
So-
thought it was a good idea.
I'm gonna spend 2 Dark Side Destiny points to make it do something a little
I had a
outside,
feeling.
a little unorthodox, and it's going to try to like use its arms in both directions to push everybody outside of the box.
And I'm on its back.
So I need everybody to do a athletics check to resist this against 2 reds and 2 purple.
I'm gonna die. I'm not even gonna use there's no point. I have 1 green die. So
Hey,
4 failures, 2 threats.
Okay.
Athletics is not her thing.
No, the boost
Oh.
die were not helpful.
Wow, somehow Keenan actually like
I inspired
He's
myself.
stubborn. He's
did.
stubborn.
So Shay and Ragro are both pushed outside of the square. Ragro manages to like roll and catch himself and back up on his feet, whereas Shay kind of gets knocked on her back, when knocked out of
Ow.
her a little bit. Take 2 strain.
Ow.
And now it's going to be the top of
Shay's
the
now
turn order.
cursing
At this
binary.
point, Mott reaches the other room. It's the same size as the previous room, but there are 2 platforms on either side, not on the edge, but like, okay, so if I draw a picture, actually have a picture here, I'll show it on the screen. Can y'all see
We see
that?
white.
I see white. Oh, wait. Okay,
I
hold
see
on.
it a little
yes,
bit now,
I can
yeah.
see. It appears to be that roughly off center, there are 2 platforms in the middle of the room ish.
Trying to describe this is hard.
Wow.
So it's like there are
Equidistant
there are two
between each
raised
other.
platforms that are maybe like 7 feet off the ground, and they're on opposite ends of the room, but kind of like
They're like 10 feet from the edge of every wall, and then there's about 15 feet between the 2 of
right.
them.
Yeah.
Right? Does that seem
Yeah.
reasonable?
Yep. So
Are there any
as Mott
symbols?
flies up, well, no, but as Mott flies up to inspect the top of it, there are 2 more pressure plates on top of each one.
No symbols, though.
No symbols.
Did you want me to do anything with those 4 threat, Nate? And does that mean I'm still up?
Take 2 setback to your next check or reaction.
And you're still up.
And I'm still up. Okay.
But you're kind of like maybe like a little bit off balance, but like you managed to not get thrown out of the square. So, which PC wants to go first? Or what's Mott actually going to do after seeing this?
I'm gonna fly back towards the other. There's no other, like, there's no door or anything in this room. It's just those 2
As
platforms.
far as you can tell.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fly back.
Okay, sounds good. I'll say that you get, so it's 2 rounds or so to get back to them. So like you can maybe get, you can
That's fine. There's
probably
no
get in
rush.
yelling distance at the end of this round.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So player, PC slot number 1, round 4.
Ragro, you're up.
Okay. Well, it would have been nice to have those 2 boosts on this check, but
I mean, unless you want to let Keenan go first and see if he can inspire you.
yeah, that would be nice if he could. Well, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, because he could. If you want
If
to
you
do
want
that,
to do
that
a,
would be.
Keenan wants
you
to
could
do
try
a
again.
leadership check at this point.
Yeah, you've got
To
leadership.
like give Ragnar a boost die, and like kind of assist
Yeah.
him with your leadership. You can do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can do another inspiring rhetoric, try to heal as well as trying to.
If you want to do a
boost.
leadership check, it might be more of a boost. I just know from previous experience with it.
Yeah, it depends on how well you roll.
Yeah.
Give him an inspiring speech about how strong he is,
It
and
doesn't
maybe
necessarily
he'll
have to be
do
the
great
talent.
things.
If you wanted to like just do like a leadership check.
That's what leadership
to
is
you.
used for. Just the ability.
Well, I mean, I can use advantages to give boost anyways.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
I
true.
mean, to me,
yeah,
it's like
I mean,
I could try to heal some strain and give some boost if I do my
Yeah.
inspiring rhetoric.
I know
again.
there's not a whole lot of strain on the board yet.
I know that's why I was kind of like, well, this is kind of the only thing I can do. But
If you do leadership, there's a chance that he might let you get a different type of boost than you can get from advantages.
yeah,
'cause the
whatever,
primary
whatever
thing
you'd
was,
like to do.
Yeah. I mean,
Because that's what leadership is
Either
used
way.
for. I mean, one of them.
Yeah, okay. If I just do a leadership check, what is that? What's the difficulty on that, Nate?
I'll just say average.
and then you have the 2 setback dice on that, or is
Yup.
that like
Yeah, it's a 2 setback dice.
Yeah, but I do get to remove 1 since I've got
leadership
a talent.
talent or something?
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's cool looking.
1 success, 2 advantages. So I'll say that can give Mott 2 boost die. Or not a Mott, sorry. That can give Ragro 2 boost die.
Heck yeah!
I'll take it. I'll take it. The mod boost die now.
No,
Fly faster.
I need it. Do you want us to win this challenge?
The next person to go.
I mean, I just want the boost
Yeah.
die.
Who wants to go next?
All right, now I can go next, unless Shay, you think you can
okay.
give more boost
Nope, go.
dice.
Well,
Yeah.
well, how about this? I didn't use my maneuver. I think I can do an assist as a maneuver to give a boost die as well, so I could give
Ooh,
Ragnar
yeah.
a total of 3.
Okay, yeah, I'll do.
If that,
I'll do-
makes sense.
If that makes sense. I'll
So
do like a
wait,
feint
so his
move
advantages
or
gave a
something.
boost. So what did his success do?
Another boost.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the 1 success was a boost, and the 2 advantage was a boost.
Ah, gotcha.
So we're doing this again.
Big roll.
Oh,
Heck, my guy.
2 failures, 2
What is-
advantages.
You should have given me the boost die.
So this time you managed to try to like rip off the back panel again, which your fingers kind of slip on this steel, which is maybe now a little bit like oily from how much handling it or sweaty from the stressful situation. However, but you did manage to kind of like pull it a little bit off balance, so it will get a setback dice on its next.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Shay, what you gonna
Great.
do?
I can't do
Yeah.
anything.
Stepping on the
Yeah,
platform.
I mean, I'm gonna get up and get back on the
Yeah.
platform. I'm trying
Well,
to
what
think
if-
if there's anything.
Well, so
What if-
there's
what if-
there's no platform in this room. It's just a square in the middle of the room.
I mean, just on the square.
Yeah.
What if we had two people go where Mott's coming from to stand on those two pressure plates? And
We don't
maybe
know
that'll-
about that yet. Mott hasn't.
Don't worry.
Gotcha.
I'll say
Yeah.
it. I just am not in
Yeah,
range.
he just
to
hasn't
say
said it yet. So
And we only need one more person to do that. Because Mott's also the other.
Yep, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Yeah.
I don't really weigh that much.
I'm gonna
though.
get back. I'm gonna get back on the square just so that we have more people
Take
on
this
it in
plate.
case we get knocked off again.
Okay.
And then I'm
I'll say Ragnar also moved back onto the square.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
also going to try to inspire Ragro and be like, "Come on, big black guy! I know you got this. I know you can do this."
Average leadership.
'Cause, woo,
Okay.
this is not my cup of tea, but it's better than my athletics check.
Hey, there we
An
go.
advantage.
Nice.
I'll say you can heal one of Ragnar's strain if he has any. Yeah, he does.
I
You
have
can heal
some
one of
strain.
Ragnar's strain, and
Okay.
you can give Ragnar one boost die.
Yes.
Okay.
Accomplishment. I did something productive.
Okay, so this thing is once again gonna spend 2 destiny points to do the same move again.
So, athletics.
But everybody can take a boost die since it had a setback on its roll.
An additional boost? Oh,
Everybody?
So,
Everybody that's about to get pushed by this thing can add an extra boost
Everybody named Ragro.
okay.
No.
I'm going to spend another
Seriously,
one of
that's
those. I
Do it.
it's,
It's not
I'm
worth it for me
going-
to spend it.
Actually, no, it's not worth it for me to spend it on this one necessarily, is it? Because like I would rather.
One of us has
Spend-
to stay on it.
That's fair.
That's the problem.
I mean,
one of us needs to stay on the
last
square.
Rolls.
Can I
Otherwise,
wait
Mott's
to
gonna be
roll
squished.
until they roll, or both of them roll?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's worth using it because it's like, well, it's just an upgrade to a yellow.
Wait. Let Jeff go first. Jeff,
Yeah, that's
roll.
what I'm saying. But yeah, go ahead and roll, and then we'll see how dire it is. Because you succeeded last time.
Mhm.
You know,
Exactly.
Barely. I shouldn't have, but he did.
What am I doing?
so
I'm sorry?
You're doing an athletics check
He's
An
doing the
athletics
push.
check.
with a
yeah.
boost die against
The
two
robot's
reds
trying to
and
push
one
us
purple.
off again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And, 2 reds and 2 purples. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh huh. Oh
No.
no.
Ooh.
Okay. Yep. Spending it.
Up,
I'm
up,
spending
Oh
it.
no!
So
Yep,
I'm gonna
yep.
say that Keenan and Shay both get pushed off. But we'll see what happens to Ragro. Shay take 4 strain.
Finally.
Ragnar does not get pushed off, and in fact manages to like sidestep
Clean
it and
boots
get
back.
us in more centered position onto this thing. You can take a boost die when defending
Give me
against.
more boosts.
You can take a boost die when defending against this thing,
Okay.
or give it a setback if it's attacking.
You
Okay.
got one boost from me though.
That
Yeah.
was with that boost.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keenan, I'm going to say that you managed to get hurtled pretty far and you hit the ground pretty hard. Take 5 wounds, ignoring soak, and you can spend your one advantage how you want.
I
Can
will.
I want
just-
the wound instead of him. I want to
I
take.
will-
I want the wound.
I'll pass it to the next ally. Maybe seeing Keenan fly makes them feel a little concerned. Gives
Yeah,
them
sure.
a little bit extra oomph.
At this point, Mott is in shouting range.
Hey, there's another 2 pedestals that are like, I don't know, like 7 feet off the floor or something in the other room.
Oh, actually, can I retcon? Maybe that one advantage is that I got thrown nearer to Mott.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
like
works.
that.
Okay. Maybe we'll do that. That way I'm near to
Yeah.
you and I can hear that and say, oh, maybe let's go step on those
Well,
panels
he just said they're
ourselves.
pedestals. He didn't say what they.
Oh yeah. He didn't mention the.
There's pedestals on top of them, or pressure plates or whatever. Was that an
Yeah.
accurate description of it? Or...
So the pressure
Okay.
plates are on top of the.
On top of the
like-
platforms, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Ragro, they're on top of the platform.
Okay, you guys deal with that. We'll try to deal with this, and
Okay.
try not to make sure you.
Me? You want me to go back and push it?
Yeah.
Not Ragro?
No.
Are we sure?
I'm a little busy here.
At this point, Keenan's already like running towards Mott.
Yeah,
and I'll
let's
say
go.
that Keenan's now out of
All
combat.
right.
So back to the top of the turn order. Who's going first?
I can either try to inspire you more, which is very unlikely because it's not my strong suit, or
Well,
you
that's-
can try
yeah.
to rip it off and then let me use my turn to disorient it.
I think that's also fair. I don't have. The next boost die I get is on defense, so I don't. I mean, I can still try, and we'll do the thing.
Try it. You got it.
So yeah.
We don't really have much of a choice.
We don't. Using the thing, the destiny token. We
Come
have
on,
to.
buddy.
This has to work eventually, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Come on,
Maybe.
buddy.
Right?
That's what a lot of gameplays says.
Stop.
Ragnar rolls 2
fails,
failures
3
and a
or
threat.
2 failures and a threat.
I'm
You
gonna
do
cry.
not manage to get into this droid. At this point, you're starting to get a little bit frustrated. Take a strain.
Yeah.
What is Shay going to do?
I don't see any mechanical weaknesses. I don't have any weaponry. I am too weak to pull it off myself. I'm first gonna get up and get back on the square because I don't want people getting smushed.
But do you think that you would
I-
maybe be more helpful to the party moving forward? So to the 2 that are walking to the next room, do you think that you would be of more
Running.
use with whatever is coming up next?
Probably, but I can't because we need someone on the square.
I mean,
Right, Ragnar's on the square.
also getting back on the square. Yeah.
Ragnar is on the
but
square.
the whole point of the droid is to push the people off the square. So if we have 2 people on it, they're less likely to get squished in the other room.
Sure.
I mean, she's got a good point, right?
All it takes is one wrong move and both of us to fall off and they're squished.
Well, it's not an immediate squish. So the getting locked into the room, getting locked into the area that smushes when you get off immediately, and then it's like slowly sinks back down. It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, it's not like it's not. It's
So
not
it's a
the
slow
squishing
So
doesn't
it's a
go.
slow yeah.
It's just like they you'd have some time to get back
The
onto the
ceiling
square
falls.
before.
Here's the thing that's going through my brain and
Whoa.
Shay's brain, I guess too, is if she leaves the room, even if Ragnar gets that plate off, I guess he would have to just kind of like guess and rip things out, which I guess might work.
Yeah. How about this? I'm gonna say that like I'm just gonna fast forward 1 round real quick. Say that nothing of
Okay.
substantialness happens at where the robot's at.
Ragnar took another strain. You fail.
And
Yeah, sure.
Mott
I'll take another
and
straight.
Keenan
Thanks.
reach the next room.
Yeah, all right. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna push one of these pressure plates. You'll push the other one. Then 2 more robots are gonna come out probably.
Good.
And we run back to Ragro.
Okay, that's sounds like a good as plan as any. And he'll press on one of the plates.
Well, you have to climb. So you have Mott can fly up. If he wants to try to assist Keenan to get up, he can. Otherwise, Keenan will need to roll.
Yeah, I'm like, you got this. You good?
Yeah, I got this.
Roll an average athletics check.
Oh no.
So Keenan's just trying to like pull himself up, and he's unable to, because like
If-
it's a flat wall he's trying to climb up against, and there's like no real way to like easily press, like to get a good grip to pull himself up here.
You said you had this.
I got this. I got it. Just give me another minute. Ugh.
And I'm gonna like awkwardly like flutter nearby. I'm not gonna help because he doesn't want it. But also if he keeps messing up, perhaps I should help. But I'm not there yet.
Well, while that's going on, there is you hear the sound of grunts and faint metal clacking happening
And
down the
Wookiee.
hallway.
If there's no progress happening, like if they're not getting anywhere and she thinks that she would be more productive in the next room, she would run ahead. But she would ask the Wookiee if he thinks he's got it to hold it down.
I should be
this.
good.
Okay. If you
I have
open
to.
the back, just rip as many cords out as you can.
He grunts and nods.
So
gonna run off down the hallway.
Shay is heading back down the hall or heading down the hallway to join the others, Ragro, would you like to make a move or do something?
Yeah, we're gonna.
There is such a thing, by the way, as guarded stance, which gives you melee defense.
That's what I was
And,
going to ask about. Is there a
Like
way
it
you
would
can
add a
kind of like
setback. It
hold
would
your
add a
ground?
setback to it trying to move you off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a maneuver to do that.
That's a maneuver. Okay, good. So we're gonna do the thing where we make this attack again.
You're picking the thing
Try
back
and-
up off the ground and whack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try and hit this
Yeah.
spot on its back again. We're gonna upgrade for 1 strain. We're gonna make that maneuver after. Another 2 successes, so that's another 10 damage. Right on that same
Cool.
like
The same spot?
yeah.
Okay. You hit it again, and it once again is like dented further in. And maybe like one more hit like this, and the back panel might fall off.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And then we're gonna try and like get back on the
square.
take that guarded position.
Oh, guard position. Okay,
On-
sounds good.
Guarded stance
Yeah.
on the yeah.
The thing is going
So-
to try once again, like shove. It's going to try to push you off, but because
Mhm.
it's only doing it to one person, it's going to be.
It should have 3 this time, right? Because three setback because I didn't get the setback from the last time. Because you gave me a setback on a defense.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I'm adding 2 setbacks.
yeah. Well, no, 3 because I thought guarded. Wait, was guarded not
Guarded
2?
stance is plus
Is it-
1. And
Oh,
then
okay. I thought it was plus
the
2.
other
Never mind.
one's plus
2.
1.
Yeah, we're
Did
good.
you want to upgrade the difficulty of its roll?
Ooh, You know,
I am currently running through the hallway.
Might as well.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
it tries to like shove you off, but you're already guarded stance, and like you kind of have your back foot giving you a little bit of
Leverage.
leverage. Yeah,
Yeah.
leverage, and you manage to like catch
Ability.
its hands with your big Wookiee hands. You manage to pull one arm, pull it around the side, and you rip off the panel that you just dented.
Yeah. We're doing that.
Somewhere in another room are two Jonies watching this happen, and one of them goes to the other one like, wow, this guy knows some maneuvers.
He just moved lazily listed to the left.
He's drifting listlessly to the left.
Okay, so meanwhile, while that's going on, Keenan, are you gonna try to climb again?
Yeah, unless
I
Mott
haven't
wants
gotten there
to.
yet.
You're gonna ask Mott for
Unless
assistance.
Mott wants to.
Did-
I'm not
You
asking.
look like you want to help.
I'm not
this
asking
time,
for
you hear over
help,
the comms. About this time over the comm, you hear Team Blue has moved on.
That's nice. Nobody asked. You got this. I believe in you. Come on.
All right, I'll try one more time. I'm gonna flip that last destiny point too.
We're good. Get up there. Do it.
No.
One failure, one threat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I'm not
The rolls
stressing.
are
You're
great,
stressing.
guys.
I'm gonna say that take a strain. The situation now with
give
another
you a
team
hand
making it
next
through and
time.
only one more team able to make it through. It's the pressure is pressing down upon
Remember
you.
when we all almost died and it was because of athletics checks?
I do remember that.
That's because
Stop
some
athletics
people
checking.
decided to roll a total of 4 despairs, and it wasn't me.
You gonna beat up the robot now? Is that what you're gonna
Yes,
do?
yes, I'm gonna beat up the robot.
Yeah.
Hurry up and
I'm
do
gonna
your
have
thing.
just because we're kind of running late. And so like just to move things along, I'm gonna have one more just implied round between Wookiee and the droid. Hopefully nothing much changes
Murder.
there. Shay appears back
Wait,
at.
didn't he just rip the back off?
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
Yeah,
no,
he-
we
he-
can
now
do
all he has to
Wookiee can
do is-
stuff.
Yeah.
All he has to do is rip the cords out and the thing is dead, hopefully.
Yeah, unfortunately, he rolls poorly here, so nothing much happens.
Not on my melee attack. If I just do a melee attack against it, I've been rolling pretty good, which I can do that
So are
pretty
you trying to
easily.
rip out
For the
cords,
sake
or are you
of
just gonna
brevity.
punch it where it's exposed?
I'm going to use the armor and slash at the cords inside. I'm going to keep doing that to destroy
Okay.
the innards.
Yeah, roll the reinforced armor.
Okay.
Average.
Another strain to upgrade, and that's another 10 damage.
Wow.
And it's against the innards, so less
Yeah.
soak.
Yeah,
If
I'm gonna
any.
say it ignores soak hitting in the back there.
Good. So that's a total of 10 damage.
Yeah, you managed to hit it, and it does like kind of start to glitch a little bit, but it kind of still like turns around and faces you.
Okay, another guarded stance.
Sounds good.
Okay.
It's going to. I'm spending 2 destiny tokens to do a special move on this guy. It's
Oh,
going
yeah, just
to run at Ragro. Actually, no. I'm gonna use 1 destiny token, and I'm just gonna upgrade its roll because it's running at you. Wow.
Oh,
Yes.
One threat, one fail, 1 despair. Okay, so
I don't need
this
to
thing
roll
is running
well
on
if
like
it
half
also
fumes at the
doesn't
moment.
roll well.
Yeah. This thing's kind of running on fumes at the moment, and you manage to pretty easily like sidestep it as it runs across the room.
Can
and misses you.
I like swing the plate down at its feet, make it trip and stay on the center, and like make it fall prone right there?
Sure. Shay reaches the edge of the next room over.
Keenan, you need a boost?
No, I got it. All right, fine.
I don't believe you. Boosts.
Keenan,
He said he got it. He said he was gonna be
Keenan,
fine.
do the same athletics check, but add a boost die.
Okay.
Does Mott want to help too? Okay, never mind, he did it. Okay, so
Yay.
with a little help from Shay,
No.
Keenan manages to climb up on top of the pressure plate, as Mott already just kind of sitting up on top of the other one.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like watching. Like he said he's got
Yeah.
it.
So about this
Still
time,
says he's
Glares
got
over
it.
at you like,
a little-
really?
about this time, a little trap door that is maybe 2.5 feet tall, again on the far side of the room, opens up, and there appears to be like a tunnel that can be kind of crawled through. And you notice that like you notice that like spikes retract on either side. But on the other side, you can see a trophy.
Don't.
At the best
Move.
point as well, the walls on the side of the upper level start to move in, like they're gonna push people off the pressure plate in like 3 minutes.
I'm trusting you
Whoever's
both.
going better be quick.
Don't move. And Shay just starts going.
Okay. So, Shay, do a...
Do not say athletics, please.
No, it's not. It's going to be a...
Athletic.
I'm going to say it's...
gonna be mechanics, right?
It's an average coordination check. And then I'm going to say, like, add a setback due to the nature of this thing being a little bit tight to get through.
Okay.
Zero success, one advantage.
One advantage.
Okay. So, what would you like to use the
Guys,
advantage
it's
on?
small in here.
Or how about this? I'll say the advantage is like a partial success. So you're like part of the way through.
Okay.
You have maybe like one more round to try to get through this thing.
Before it like crushes her?
Well, before y'all get knocked off the pressure plate.
And I get
by the
stabbed to
walls.
death.
Oh yeah. Shay, you better be quick about this. I'm about to get pushed off the wall. You better do it fast. Whatever you're doing, it's pushing me. It's pushing me.
Ragro, it is still your turn. This thing is prone right next to you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
We're going at it more with these
Thing?
with this armor
Sounds
that I'm
good.
slashing it with.
Yep, and I'll say because it's
Again-
like prone, I'll say you can get a boost die because it's gonna be kind of hard to miss.
Okay. Yeah. Upgrade, strain, the works.
Four
Four
success
successes
and one threat.
One threat. So
Okay.
it doesn't break.
Yep, take a strain, just because this whole situation is,
Yeah.
the timer is really ticking down here.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
you
12
do
damage.
manage to hit this thing right dead in the center, and all the lights just start like flickering until eventually you hear the.
So
the
if
droid.
It's on the
I
square.
if I were to step off of this platform with the droid still in the square, does the ceiling begin to
Yes.
lower? Okay, dang it. I'll stay on the square.
You
then.
put together that there's probably some sort of like infrared or heat scanner, like
Yeah,
or
whatever.
something organic beings only. Jay, would you like to do actually, would somebody else like to do something to maybe like encourage
her?
I was trying to give her a boost.
Oh, okay.
That was not very encouraging.
I mean,
Anxiety is also a type of encouragement, right?
yeah.
It's what gets me out of bed every day, guys.
I can roll coercion. Would that work?
You better do this or else.
Well, or our charisma person, our presence guy.
Keenan.
Yeah,
Be an
I can do
inspiring
another
friend.
leadership thing. Yeah.
Inspire me. Tell me how awesome I am.
Shay, remember the other day I told you that you were important? You are really important right now. Really important.
Nice. Okay. Yep. Shay,
You just hear her voice in the tunnel. I'm gonna need you to repeat that later.
roll a easy leadership check. Wow. So Shay's like way too stressed out, and she like is actually just in her own head, and she can't hear you. However, I will still let you give her a boost die, and she kind of like snaps to like it's now or never, do or die, time to do it.
Literally.
She can have a upgrade and a boost die, and this time because she's already partially the way through, it's going to be an easy with 2 setback. One for stress, one for tight space.
So check one boost.
And you can also
One
use a light
upgrade.
dice destiny point if you want.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So
I'm gonna cry.
no, so
This is our
3 advantages.
tomb. This is our tomb.
No, the 3 advantages is you kind of get like really close to the edge, and you hear like Mott and Keenan being like, no, and you kind of like you're able to make like one final push through to get to the end. So
Goodbye,
roll
ankles. I
one
didn't need you.
one more coordination check.
No
with-
difficulty, right? No difficulty?
I'm gonna say easy, no setback, because I'm gonna say like you're already like your head's already like poking out, and I'll say that you can take your 3 advantages is that you can also take an extra boost die.
What are the odds, right? What
Do
are the
not.
This is
odds?
a 4 advantage. Okay, so Shay hears like the timer going, and knowing their time is short, and she kind of manages to just like
Lunge.
put her foot into like a grate behind her and just really just shove herself out of this thing. And right as soon as she does, the doors close and you hear a whooshing coming from behind the metal wall. In front of Shay is the trophy.
I grab it. I cling to it for dear life.
Red team has passed challenge. Green team has been eliminated.
I'm just cuddling the trophy almost in tears.
Yeah.
Nate, don't ever do that to us again. I swear.
literally thinking that you were gonna let me get to the edge of the tunnel and grab onto the trophy, but it's still close on her feet.
What will
that would have been good.
what will happen in the one last final challenge? Come back next week to find out.
We all die. Spoilers. We're all gonna die. He's gonna kill us all.
Dude, look
Be
at my face.
continued.
I was almost in tears.
So who would like to roll obligation? Who hasn't rolled it yet?
I haven't. I don't
I
think,
have.
but
Oh, go.
Okay, Lacey, roll a D100. So
I'm gonna cry. My rolls have been so bad that I'm gonna end up jinxing us all.
it's fine.
Hey, that just means it'll be more
I,
fun next
fine.
it
time,
means
right?
that we can
It's
implement.
just
cool
one D100.
backstory stuff. 27. I mean, it triggers. You'll find out next week how and why. Yeah, this was an intense.
This
session.
was an episode.
Whew.
This is one of the episodes ever.
Yeah.
Most episodes ever, in fact.
This episode was powered by RPG Sessions. Head over there, rpgsessions.com for free. Try it out today. Go sign up. Until we see you again, till the next episode. And
Wait.
as always,
Yeah.
Force be with you. Okay, guys, we're back with a disclaimer. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 5, but here we'll start with the 2 GM rulings that I do not agree with. And the players and I talked about all this after the session, and this is kind of when I realized, yeah, maybe these GM rulings weren't great to borderline just terrible. So the first bad ruling that I made is I told somebody they couldn't aim. I think it was told Ragro, like he couldn't aim on a melee check. Don't know why I said that. You definitely can aim on a melee check and get that boost die. I think in my brain at the time it made sense that like you're just throwing a punch. How do you like aim a punch? But you're still supposed to be able to aim on a melee check. And the second bad call was I allowed Shay to do a leadership check to try to like bolster Ragro. I believe it was Ragro when he was attacking, and give him like a boost die or upgrades or whatever. However, Keenan had talents that let him use his leadership check to do stuff that wasn't even that strong yet. So me allowing Shay to do something like that, it undermined his talent tree. And again, we talked about it afterwards, and so that's going to be something that I'm not going to allow moving forward in any of my games, just because I want to make sure that I'm giving those presence-based characters the opportunity to use their talents and not make them feel like they're a waste of XP. And then going on to the house rulings, one thing is I allow myself to spend multiple Dark Side Destiny tokens to do something that's maybe a little bit out of the box or out of the ordinary. So for example, spending 2 Destiny tokens to let the sumo droid and try to knock multiple people outside of that box in one move. I also allow my players to try to bargain multiple light side tokens to do cool stuff too. However, rules as written is you can only use 1 at a time per check, and I have a whole video on that, so if you want to know exactly how it works, there's a card up in the description below. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed episode 5. We'll be back next week with episode 6. Until then, and as always, may the Force be with you.